I'm seeing red. The hunger for war is in my blood. Hunger is flowing in my lungs. You can see it in my eyes. I am the phoenix about to rise. I'm seeing red to a higher level dead. Hear the voice inside my head telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing red to a higher level dead. Hear the voice inside my head telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing. I'm seeing. One-man army under the gun. Locked and loaded. Here I come. Laying on your back. Always at the ready to attack. I'm seeing red to a higher level dead. Hear the voice inside my head telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing red to a higher level dead. Hear the voice inside my head telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing. I'm seeing. I'm seeing. I'm seeing red to a higher level dead. Hear the voice inside my head telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing red to a higher level dead. Hear the voice inside my head telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing. I'm seeing. I'm seeing I'm seeing I'm seeing red. There we go. Carl, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go. Jesus.
Yeah,
Amateur hour over here.
that's right. Too many buttons.
Too many buttons, huh? Welcome
Yeah.
back, everybody, to the Second Amendment Ranch. Always glad to see you. All of y'all coming here, interested to find out what we're going to talk about today. Don't worry, we do have Gunpale this time. We're always trying to get guests to come on. So if you're ever curious, if you ever want to come and discuss with us, feel free to put a message in the chat for us. We'll get you the Discord link, and then we'll get you the StreamYard link so you can come right on in.
Hello, Julie. One of our faithful listeners from Australia.
Yeah, so I haven't heard about this too much yet, but Biden is calling for gun reform 5 years after the Pulse nightclub shooting down in Florida. In fact, they're trying to make the Pulse nightclub a memorial itself. But 5 years ago, after the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, Florida, President Joe Biden called for Senate to pass gun legislation to address what he called a public health epidemic of gun violence. It is long past time we close loopholes that allow gun buyers to bypass background checks in this country. And the Senate should start by passing 3 House bills which would do exactly that. Such legislation faces long odds in the Senate amid staunch Republican opposition. Biden also called for so-called red flag laws or extreme risk protective orders, a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines to end gun manufacturers' immunity from liability. Speaking of that, New York is looking at suing gun manufacturers for every time there's a crime in New York. So why is it when a cop kills somebody, we blame the cop, but when it's civilian on civilian, we blame the gun, or if it's white on black, we blame the white guy? So why is it we're getting all these double standards left and right? And the fact that they're trying to push red flag laws again, if you don't remember those, we covered those a while back. It's been almost since the beginning of the start of the ranch when we talked about red flag laws. And what that does is basically certified people, sometimes even school teachers, that certification is very but a certified person can say you're a risk from what your child says, spouse says, ex-spouse, what have you. And now the police have all authority to break into your house. And the funny part is the majority of the red flag no-knock warrants that I have seen are not middle of the day, bright and early in the morning, on weekends, coming up, hey, we're here to take your guns, you got hit. No. They're always middle of the night, 2, 3 a.m., when everybody's asleep, and they're kicking the door down. And I don't know about y'all, but how my house is set up, my front door is downstairs and around the corner. I can't hear you knock and say, police, open up. But my dogs will bark, and they're pretty good at that now. So when I hear that, I'm not getting up calmly. In fact, some of y'all have seen me twice on this show where there's been something going on, and I'll grab something that's around my desk, get up real quick, and go and start checking around the house. So it's a terrible, the red flag laws are a great infringement of the Constitution. The funny part is all of this, California just removed the ban on assault weapons, so now you can have an AR in California again, or California. But now Biden's wanting to push red flag laws on a very red state. Well,
that one out in California is being appealed right now.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, it don't.
Hey, we're going to remove the ban, and we're going to appeal that removal.
Yeah. They didn't like what that judge did.
It makes no sense to me. But to continue on, again, New York is the one state they're actively trying to push to sue gun manufacturers, which again makes absolutely zero sense for me. Why do you blame the guy that makes the tool? That's like blaming Craftsman for making a hammer you hit your thumb with. It's like blaming Tops Knives for getting a new knife and handling it wrong and cutting your hand open. I'm going to sue you because you gave me a super sharp knife. And how the hell does that? It did what it's designed to do. It's still a tool. It's just the wrong person got a hold of that tool. I can understand some mental health checks, but I can't agree with going to somebody's ex, going to somebody's kids, going to somebody's girlfriend, boyfriend,
neighbor,
wife. Yeah. And we covered the neighbor one again at the beginning where the neighbors were reporting their buddy's Facebook because they had photos of shotguns, dead deers, dead hogs, foxes, squirrels. So they were getting offended, and that's a word I love to use because I love to offend people. But that neighbor had called in, hit him with a red flag law, got the cops to come over in the middle. It was like 2, 3 a.m. when they broke in. As I said, father and mother grabbed guns, took out a couple cops. Mother got shot in the head, killed immediately. Father got shot in the stomach, bled out in front of his children. Why does that make sense to anybody? If you want to come and confiscate the guns, why are you being a coward about it? Middle of the night is not the time to do something to somebody that you deem violent because some neighbor got offended. You see where I'm going with this?
Yep.
Because in the middle of the day, it's if I hear a knock on the door, okay, let me go see who it is. Most of the time, I'm not grabbing something. It's still we get a lot of solicitors, so kind of have to deal with them peacefully. But why would you, as law enforcement, and thankfully more states are turning into sanctuary states as we go, but why would you think it's a bright idea to go and pound this door down, sweep through? I mean, if you were continuously saying police, 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 but the chances of that happening are slim. Majority of the time, they break the door down after they've said, "Police, open up." Once the door is kicked open, they're going hard. They're sweeping. They're doing all their checks. Anything they see that's a threat, they're putting down. And I've seen 2 horror stories. One, an elderly woman with a BB gun got killed, son sued. I don't remember if he won or not. And the other one, a cop was doing a health and wellness check, which, again, confuses the hell out of me. Why are you coming to my property to do a health and wellness check? Like, I didn't call you. Nobody called you. You just felt like it would be a great idea to come to this neighborhood and come to my house and say, "Hey, you doing okay?" The problem is the owner of the property was carrying lawfully in his own home, saw light flashing through his front door, and legally did what he was supposed to do. You can't shoot through your door. The cop, on the other hand, saw the owner of the home with a firearm and shot through the glass,
Right.
hitting the gentleman in the chest and stomach twice. So 1, 2 down here. And the cop is trying, "Oh, the help is on the way. Help is on the way." Get the hell away from me. You just shot me. Like, why do you think I would want your help when you just broke the law? And that's why we have the ranch. We want to get people training on how to handle situations and scenarios, mainly getting that BS excuse, "I feared for my life." One, as that cop, you were doing something stupid and wrong in the first place. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on cops. I understand they're a necessity. There are some cops that I don't agree with. There are some that I really want to support. But this cop was wholly in the wrong, shot into a homeowner's property unlawfully, trespassing in the first place. And in fact, in some states, if you see somebody trespassing with a firearm, and that's the only thing it says, it doesn't say that they're a cop, doesn't say that they're law enforcement. It just says if they are trespassing and have a firearm, you can put them down.
Yep.
So technically, the homeowner could have done that. That would have started more problems for the homeowner. But I hope that with the ranch, we can teach people why it's so important to know your firearms, know how to handle it, know the scenarios you're going into, knowing your laws, knowing when you're in the right, when you're in the wrong, what to do, how to handle yourself, and how you need to handle yourself with different people, be it an intruder, a friend, somebody's drunk, police officers, FBI, CIA, whatever. Because the crappy part with all the Second Amendment is there's so many laws out here right now for everybody, federally and state and local laws all say something different half the time. I mean, when I was doing my research into Texas, I was finding from federal laws to state laws to the Harris County laws, so many things were saying different ways to go about it. When, yes, I agree we need some kind of gun control. And what I mean by that is the laws you put in place for guns need to be standardized across the board, not vary from state to state to state. I don't think we need more gun laws. I think we need less gun laws, which I appreciate. Texas, Missouri, Kansas, Florida, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, all these states that are going to the sanctuary state. But we need to kind of come together and go, okay, let's get rid of the laws that they've had, start all the hell over, and figure out what we need to do from there. No, you can't ban certain firearms. You can't ban certain attachments. That's an infringement. Of course, flag laws because your neighbors or an ex-spouse or significant other believe you are a threat because you have guns, only because you have guns, not because you are a threat. Exactly. That's why I think red flag laws are such a risk, because all it takes is one stupid person going, yeah, I don't like him. I mean, that's like a woman saying this man raped me or this is your child. It's the same thing. Get pissed at me if you think I'm wrong, but listen to me here. A woman accuses a man of rape. He's immediately guilty until proven innocent. It is a back-assward society we live in right now. So normally it's innocent until proven guilty. Unfortunately, that is not how we live in it. He's going to be arrested. He's going to be thrown into jail. At that point in time, he has to pay to bail himself out, or have somebody pay to bail him out. So he's already racking up fines and fees before they even go to court. And then he has to lawyer up, and then he's got to find evidence that proves he wasn't the rapist. Not she has to find evidence that proves he's the rapist. He has to find evidence that proves he's not the rapist. Guilty till proven innocent. Same thing for red flag laws. One person says something along the lines of, they offended me, and there's some risk to either themselves, to those around them, their neighbors, their boss, their business, what have you. No interview, no investigation, immediate confiscation of the firearms. If he's not killed for trying to defend himself, he's probably going to be arrested, tried, and then he has to find a way to get his gun back, which, if I remember, was somewhere between $10,000 and $30,000, and a wait period of a couple of years. But that was when California or New York or Washington was really pushing that shit.
Right.
So
you see what Julie put up there?
I was a part of a gun check group for more than a decade. The biggest confusion re-gun laws in the U.S. was in relation to transporting them interstate. Exactly. Why? And that's why I say we need a standard set of laws for everybody. The fact that California has its own checkpoint going into the state from another state. They have border security for every other state around them. Okay. Yep. So, oh yeah. You can see the edits behind Carl over here.
Yeah.
So we need, get rid of every gun law we have had in the past. Remove the 1984 gun bill that banned all automatic firearms. Get rid of the suppressor laws that ban suppressors across all states. Get rid of bump stock bans, vertical foregrips on AR pistols. Get rid of every single law we have, because every one of them is technically an infringement on the Second Amendment. But have some kind of, okay, I agree, there needs to be some kind of a background check. Have they been convicted of a crime? What kind of a crime? Federally, domestic abuse, what have you? That, I wholeheartedly agree with. That background check, yes, that needs to stay in effect, because that keeps away guns from stupid criminals. You go and try and buy a gun as a stupid criminal from Academy, you're going to get turned around. Right. Smart criminals get them off the streets, buy them off of Facebook, Marketplace, Craigslist, whatever. and they buy it from somebody else that's not going to do a background check, not going to do a bill of transfer, nothing. So they have a little bit of foresight behind it. But that is one law I could see keeping in effect. If they've committed a violent crime, if they have domestic abuse, felony charges, something like that. And I think it depends on the felony charges, because there's some felony drug cases that I look at and like, okay, so he had a crap ton of marijuana. Get over it. Why is that a felony? Oh, it's distribution. Dude, he makes weed. Like, it's harmless to people.
He may not have been distributing it. He may have it for personal consumption.
Look at Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson.
Right.
Gee.
And yes, Luke, you do a good job.
Did a great job. That new logo goes real well. I'd like to thank Luke for getting those cleaned up, and I'd like to thank oh crap, his name's evading me right now. My artist that designed them for me. I'll remember it in like 20 minutes or something. It's been a minute since I've talked to him, but he did.
That's the first thing that goes when you get older.
Yep, memory. So, got a bath and shoes. Try and give a gun a bath and shoot it. I don't know what that means. But no, a standardized set, how you can transport your firearms, how they need to be. And I don't think you can decide how they need to be pulled apart, because in the state of Texas and many other states, you have the Castle Doctrine, which extends your property to your vehicle, which means in your personal owned vehicle, you can transport a firearm. And in company vehicles, if your company allows it, you can transport your firearm fully loaded, ready to go all day long. That's your prerogative. That's how you want to do it. Then go ahead. Why do you get to say how I get to transport my firearms? But we need to have some kind of standard, so that way, if somebody does get in trouble, they know the law. It's not 40 pages of books where you're trying to go, okay, I need to go through this state, this state, this state, and this state. I'm going to be transporting this gun, and this gun. Can I have ammo with me? Can I have it in the gun? Can I keep my gun up with me? Do I have to separate them? Do I have to separate the magazine? Do I have to separate all the ammo from the firearm? No. But it would behoove America to get basic laws for the Second Amendment. You want to do whatever the hell you want with the other laws? I don't care. You can't infringe on any of the Bill of Rights, but when it comes to firearms, there are so many different things out there that confuse people, and it makes it very hard to defend yourself in court, because unfortunately, I didn't know isn't a good defense in court. Oh, I agree. There are so many cop watchers, Second Amendment activists, First Amendment activists. There are groups of people solely dedicated to going out to piss off police. And the majority, I want to say about 90% of the time, that's just an estimation. But about 90% of the time, they're getting into confrontation with the police officer, because that person knows the law when the cop doesn't. And the majority of the time you see these is when they're filming a government building from the street, which is completely illegal. You cannot film inside the premises, but from a public viewing area, you can film that building all you want. Same thing with Houston, Texas. If you want to carry a long-arm gun, shotgun, rifle, whatever, you can do so legally with no magazine, no ammunition inserted. You can have your gun strapped to your chest and walk around town. I promise you, if you do that, though, you will get arrested, or you'll at least get detained. Yeah, no, it's funny to watch them, because that person does this for a living. That's how they make their money. They go to different districts, different police houses, different courthouses, different areas where they're going to interact with a different law enforcement entity. And then when that cop comes and harasses them, and worse if they arrest him, holy crap. A harassment suit is going to be, I think, $10,000, $15,000.
Yeah.
Something like that. Whereas if the cop unlawfully arrests them, and that's why I say most of the time, if you have that interaction, get arrested. Don't fight it. Now, again, the Constitution does protect you. You can defend yourself up to and including taking that person's life from unlawfully detaining you. It's going to be harder to defend in court. I'll tell you that right now. So when you do get into this scenario, take the L, get arrested, go sit in jail, get a good lawyer, sue them, and you'll get away with 5-6 figure. You'll get paid. You'll get paid. So I understand being a little arrogant, a little prideful, a little suave, be a dick every now and again. But if they are going to arrest you, just put the cuffs on, sit in the back, and go. The funny part is, in a lot of states, another thing that they don't understand is walking normally, you don't have to have any identification on you. You don't have to have your driver's license on you. And cops have the biggest problem of bullying people into giving that information out. They will harass you. And I need to go and find that bill again, but it varies state to state. But you, as a pedestrian, do not have to have any identification on you. So if a cop harasses you and you don't have an ID on you, or you do and you don't want to give it to them, tell them to go to hell. You can do that. The only reason they can ask for your identification is if you have just committed a crime, are in the process of committing a crime, or have been suspected of committing a crime. If they don't have any one of those, they can't ask for your ID. Well, they can, but they can't demand your ID. So with that information, do what you must, but I recommend just, if you want to fight it, film everything.
Right.
Everything. I'm planning on getting a couple GoPros and dash cams for myself, because we all know Facebook hates us, and God knows if we get a Democrat in Texas, I'm going to have some problems. Yeah, it usually ends up with them scanning your prints, which again is technically harassment. It can be construed as many different things because you did not consent. And that's why don't never consent to searches or seizures. If they want to pat you down, I don't consent. You can't go into my pockets while we're just looking for weapons or anything. I don't care. Why are you harassing me? And I have the problem of being a bigger gentleman with lots of tattoos on me. So off the bat, a lot of people assume I'm just an asshole or aggressive all day long. So when I get to talk to people, they realize, oh man, he's actually a decent person. But most of the time when people look at me, it's like, he's going to be a dick. Depends on how you treat me. It's on you. Respect is given and taken at the same time.
That's
so
right.
Do what you need to do, but be smart about everything. Film it all, whether it be your phone, a GoPro, whatever you have on you. Hey, you have a body cam. I want to film for my own benefit. Well, we have the body cams. I don't care, because that information may get lost or destroyed. This information, if you turn my camera off, I know you did something wrong. And I can take that to the court and say, I started recording here. This is where they took my phone. You can see it on camera, or you can hear them taking it from me. And right here.
Okay.
Fucking Pepper is not the smartest dog anymore.
I thought you had somebody break it in.
No, Pepper just walked under my desk and right out with a gap only about that big. This dog is this wide. She squeezed through this gap. Where was I? But here is where you can see he turns to the phone and hits the stop record button, which could be considered tampering, deletion of evidence, many different things in a court, depending on how good of a lawyer you have. So, unfortunately, that's how society is going today. This is how America has turned into, where for your safety, you need to have some kind of recording devices around you. That way, and I think the dumbest one I've seen is a gentleman had a GoPro strapped to his chest. And the cop was like, you need to put that down. I don't know what that is. It's a GoPro. You can see it. You clearly know what it is. Stop being a retard. Oh, yeah, that's a very valid point, too. If you ask any government official at all, badge, identification, name, anything, they have to give it. If they don't, get a supervisor immediately.
Yep.
If they refuse to provide, and that's why I say film everything. Not only that, when and if you get detained, ask, why am I being detained? If they refuse to give the reason why you're being detained, you technically by law are free to go. They refuse to give you a reason as to why you're being detained, they can't hold you anymore. They have to give you a legitimate reason. Anything after the point in time you ask, what's your name, what's your badge number, and why am I being detained, if they keep dodging giving the answers to that, it can be seen as harassment, criminal kidnapping, many different things. So when you talk to cops, now if you're getting a speeding ticket, I'm not saying take all this with you. It's a speeding ticket. Shut the hell up, get the ticket, pay it or fight it in court. It's a ticket. I'm talking about how it pertains to your rights and liberties with the First and Second Amendment. That's what I'm going off of. So here on the Second Amendment Ranch and the Bill of Rights Network, we push two things very, very hard: free speech and guns.
Yep.
So these are important for you to know and understand how to conduct yourself in these scenarios and situations, because with more and more laws and more states becoming sanctuary states, you could have a run-in with that cop that's like, why are you carrying right now? State of Texas passed the constitutional carry. I can lawfully carry. Well, no. Right here, asshole.
Yep. Same way here in Missouri.
You need to know, because the fact that a beautician takes longer to get her license than a cop does scares me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If y'all don't know that, it takes longer for you to get your beautician's license.
Yeah, it does.
I'll pull the dates up for you.
Yeah, you're probably going to be shocked at how long it takes.
This website on Indeed.com says it can take 4 to 5 years to get your licensing.
For a beautician.
Yep, for a beautician. In Texas, it takes 1,000 hours of instruction in a beauty school and 500 hours of related high school courses as part of a vocational cosmetology. You need to hold a Class A barber certificate and must complete 300 hours of instruction in cosmetology. So that's 1,800 hours.
Now for the police.
We're going to go with Texas.
Okay.
Since that's the 1,800 hours, and it doesn't want to tell us.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
I'll look up Missouri.
$90 credit hours. In Texas, it is essential to complete at least 90 hours of college, university level courses, or have served in the military. Military service, valid license from your state. Pass a written exam, a polygraph test, background interview, and then a job offer.
Let's see.
So far, I've only found 90 hours.
Missouri is a 600-hour basic training academy. Will receive almost 700 hours of training that exceeds Missouri's minimum requirements.
So that's an 1,100-hour difference from Missouri to Texas.
15 to 16 weeks.
Yeah. You have 700 hours versus 1,800 hours to become a beautician. Does that scare anybody else here? Anybody?
Yeah, that is pretty scary.
Because and the reason why and another reason why we need to have a standardized set of rules is because it's hard to remember all the laws. And if you make a set where it's all the same thing, when they go through their training, whatever state they go through, it's all the same shit every day. No matter if you go to Texas, California, Wyoming, Louisiana, Alabama, New Hampshire, whatever, it's the same laws. But if you go right now, as we have it, if you start down here and then move up there and you apply, you might have to start training again.
Yeah.
But odds are, because you were a cop down in this state, you moved up to this state or up to down, whatever, you were a cop. You're hired. Here's your patrol vehicle. Have a good day. There's no continuous education out there, which is why it concerns me. And again, the biggest thing I want to do with the ranch. Now, the ranch is going to cover like your state laws, local laws, federal laws, all that crap for every single state, every single week, every single time. We don't have enough time in the week to do that. 50 states, an hour apiece would be 50 hours.
Right.
That's a long, long day. But we do try and educate on certain states' laws. We try and bring in new laws, old laws, things that are still relevant. The Dick bill we covered about with the militias, everything like that. But we do want to get rid of that I feared for my life, and we want to instill in you, if you're going to become somebody responsible for other people, especially when it comes to life and death, have a higher standard for yourself. Take pride in what you do. Learn, study, research. Find a good lawyer buddy. Make friends. I know some cops and lawyers don't get along. Find one you can. Ask them questions. Hey, can I borrow a book for the weekend? Do some research. That way you can stay on top of what's out there. That way when you do run into a scenario where somebody's lawfully carrying a pistol or a shotgun, a rifle, whatever, you can go, oh, hey, can I see it? Sure. That's a nice gun. Mm-hmm. Have a good day. And you're not pissing somebody off. And you're not getting your state, city, or district sued to hell.
Right. But there'll never be centralized laws and everything across the nation, because each state is different in its own way. We all know that.
Yeah.
And out on the East Coast and West Coast, they ain't going to abide by it.
Hell no. But we have this little central area where if we all come together and go, hey, we don't have to listen to you. See, I'm still being PG. That's why you saw that. We can go like that with the other way and tell them all to go to hell. And we, as the central group, where most of us are red, can go, okay, yeah, I agree with centralized laws. I agree with how we can transport our firearms through these districts and areas. We don't care what they think. I mean, look at how we're handling crap right now. Dozens of states have already turned around and gone, yeah, we're not going to listen to Biden.
That's right.
Not going to happen. You have fun up there. You do you, boo-boo. We're going to do us. And I think I saw something where more evidence came out against Biden. Something with the ballots, like Republican ballots were marked weird, something crap like that. If somebody can find that real quick for me while I continue on our next article, let me know, because we know Google has, well, they don't like me right now.
I wonder why.
It's not because I like to exercise free speech and show toys off and yeah. We're going to move off of Pulse nightclub because that's just going to annoy the hell out of me. But the San Jose mayor rolled out a new gun control proposal days after the rail yard mass shooting. Again, this is California. Why does that not surprise anybody? But California has more restrictions on the books than any other state. But the mayor of San Jose wants to add 10 more. 10. California's third largest city will take a proposal to, among other things, require gun stores to audio and video record gun sales, which is a terrible idea because we know the government can hack people. I mean, look at Dan. He got hit. But all they're going to have to do is get into the video and audio recordings and take what information they need, and they can document everybody that's bought a gun. They must require proof of liability insurance for all gun owners and implement a tax to cover costs associated with gun violence. So more taxes in California, and people are already fleeing that state in droves because the cost of living is too damn high. With council approval, San Jose would become the first city in the United States to require every gun owner to have the liability insurance coverage of their firearms to incentivize safer behavior from gun owners and, more importantly, to compensate injured victims. I'm going to stop right there real quick. You are punishing the law-abiding citizens for the misconduct of idiots. You are punishing. The Geneva Convention prohibits mass punishment. So California right now is going against the Geneva Convention. Because if you look at it, if you actually read into that and think about it for a second, you're getting punished as a law-abiding citizen in California for wanting and willingly owning a firearm, which is your constitutional right, for the actions of Hector over here, who decided to shoot his homie in the street. Or Victor, whatever you want to call him. Eduardo. Danielle. Whatever. That dude has gotten everybody else punished. Mass punishment is against the Geneva Convention. So Mayor Sam Liccardo told a crowd gathered Wednesday near the site of the city's latest mass shooting at the Valley Transportation Authority rail yard. Second, San Jose would become the first U.S. city to require owners to pay a fee to compensate taxpayers for the public cost of responding to gun violence. So now, not only are they having to pay taxes to compensate the victims, they are having to pay taxes and fees for the police to do their job. So, again, you're getting punished for the actions of dumb people. But wasn't California one of the states that was really pushing to defund the police?
Yep.
So you want to defund the police, but you want to find the people money to pay the police so they can go and do their job.
They're trying to defund the police down in Kansas City right now.
Little contradictory there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Flanked by 4 members of the city council, Liccardo's plan still faces several hurdles, but is likely to pass in September. It also bans ghost guns.
Oh.
Y'all know I'm tired of that phrase. That are assembled without a serial number, requires a fingerprint to buy ammunition, and allows police to confiscate guns from owners who do not comply. So, fines for buying ammunition, fingerprinting to document who's buying the firearm, and red flag laws. Skeptics will say criminals will not obey either of these mandates, and they're absolutely correct. Of course they won't. Crooks don't follow the laws. Even here, these idiots are saying the same thing I've been saying over and over and over again, and they think that by punishing the mass people, the majority who behaves themselves, that the criminal is. And one of the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and it was from that old wrinkly, looks like death woman, who said, the common criminal, when they realize the average American is disarmed, will put down their weapons. You're retarded.
Oh, yeah. That would never happen.
No, you just paint a bigger target on everybody's back. The fact that thankfully nothing ever came of that bill, but in Texas, one of the Democratic representatives tried to pass a bill that said you cannot defend your property. You have to, if somebody breaks into your home, flee, let them take all your shit, and then you can call the cops. No, because I have things I don't want criminals to get a hold of. And two, I like my dogs. If you hurt my dogs, I'm not calling the cops. I got some buddies with backhoes.
You know where the wells are at, right?
Yeah, I know where I can go find some hogs too.
Yeah. They get hungry.
Oh, they do. Why would I want to bother the police for a criminal that broke into my house that is now dealt with? I don't need you. What happened? He broke in.
That's
What
right.
happened after that? He didn't exist. I'm not going to waste the city's money. I'm not going to waste the police's time. Throw him into the bed of the truck, take him out to the middle of nowhere, dig him a hole. There you go. And I think I read something that there is a state out there that'll actually allow you to do that. Where if they break into your house, as long as you did everything compliant with the laws, so they broke in, they're criminally trespassing, and again, in the state of Texas, as soon as they're in your house, they're a target. But at that point in time, if you deal with it, problem's over. There's no more. It's a problem-solving situation right here. You broke in. Now you don't exist anymore. Now you get to go be on a T-shirt. Oh, he's missing. No, he's not missing. What do you mean? He's not missing.
He's not missing. No.
Go ahead, say your prayers, get your pennies ready, whatever faith, religion that you believe in. He ain't missing. I agree with that. Don't you laugh, but I agree with that. I like to be a problem solver. I like to deal with shit myself. You broke in. I handled the situation. Why do I need police, mortician, the city? You know, the only thing I might have to fix is a little bit of a blood stain and a hole in the wall. And I can do that with some spackling and bleach.
Yep.
You agree with me, right?
I know exactly what you're saying. It's where a lot of it needs to go back to. I mean, yeah, we move forward in technology and modern times and everything, but some of the old ways weren't too bad.
No, they weren't.
That's still why I'm in favor of public hangings. You want to deter crime? Right there. That would deter crime.
I could see public hangings for several situations: pedophiles, rapists,
murderers,
murder, yep, and tyranny, treason.
Right.
Those right there. Those are the four that I can fully agree with.
Right on a town square. All it'd take is about one public hanging, and I'll tell you what, a lot of your crime's going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
That or they're going to be real secretive of what they do.
I mean, the Constitution does protect you from having a painful execution.
But they don't give the victim that choice.
Exactly.
That's my big problem.
My thing, you want to act like an animal? I want to treat you like an animal. I see no problem with that. He's not a human being anymore.
No. You know, I'm in a big favor of the death penalty, but I'm not in a favor of all the appeals. With modern technology, you have cameras everywhere.
Yep. I'd say you get one appeal.
One appeal, you get 1 year sitting on death row.
I think appeal is 3 years.
Yeah, but put it this way. We'll give you one appeal. You get 1 year to prove your evidence that you're innocent, right? Because you was found guilty. with everything nowadays they've got going on with technology and everything, if you can't do it in 1 year, the day after your 1 year sentence, you're executed.
Yeah.
That would save a bunch of money.
And I don't think we need to do chemical executions. You know why? It's $10,000 a person because the drugs we bring in are not FDA regulated.
No.
So odds are it's going to fail. It's not going to be painless. There have been many different scenarios where it's failed over and over again. There was one gentleman who got through the death sentence twice.
Yeah.
So chemical fails every time. Beheading's been proven to be painful. That was back in France, 1970, 1980.
Yeah.
Something like that. A gentleman willfully said, hey, you can decapitate me. If I blink after I get my head cut off, it's inhumane. His head got cut off, rolled over, and blinked. What was it, like 5 times, 7 times?
Yeah,
something
like that.
Ridiculous. So they were like, yeah, beheading's not.
No. Rope is cheaper. You're exactly right, Julie.
You're right and wrong at the same time. So rope is technically cheaper than beheading, but once the guillotine is actually made up and ready to go, it's still a cheaper process. Because majority of the time with the rope, especially back in the 1800s, is once that knot was tied and it was around somebody's neck, they could not reuse that section of rope. And they actually tried at one point in time. They cut his head off. I can't remember who it was, but they cut the criminal's head off. Or no, they washed it down with soapy water to loosen the knot, put it on the next criminal, and it went so quickly it cut the next criminal's head off.
Right.
So no, you can't. Oh, lethal injection. Yeah, it's much cheaper. 22 is also cheaper than that.
Right. Even nowadays prices.
Yeah. So I can justify beheading and hanging for those. Well, I'd say beheading for rape, murder, pedophilia. Hanging is treason. We will go back to old because beheadings came after the rope.
Right.
So I would rather follow the Constitution for treason and watch you dangle. Because if that rope didn't snap your neck, it was the most excruciating time of your life.
Exactly right.
That's the one crime I could say, yep, you get the noose, everybody else gets to the guillotine. But unfortunately, criminals are protected from having a gross punishment. So,
oh yeah, they won't have public executions anymore anyway.
But I would say with that information, a 22 right through the center or through the eye socket, because that's the softest point, be cheaper. It's going to tear your brain. It's going to be painless. As far as we know. I mean, that was the assassin's round for years.
Yeah. No, my great-grandmother took my mom to a public hanging. Last one they had in Caldwell County. Yep. Gentleman raped a woman.
And he deserved it.
They found him guilty on Saturday, and they hung him Sunday morning at sunrise.
Yeah, I can't agree with these criminals sitting on death row for 20 years and dying peacefully in prison.
No, it costs way too much money.
Yeah. We want to clear out spaces in prison. Right. Prisons should not be at max capacity because it costs the taxpayers billions of dollars to keep all these prisons up and running. The maintenance, the food, the air conditioning, heating, because they get 3 hot meals every day, where when your child goes to school, they have to pay for their lunch after you paid for them to go to school. And if they can't afford lunch for that day, they have to go hungry. Or they go into debt. It was the dumbest thing I ever saw. When I was in school, you could go into debt for buying lunches. How
Yeah.
the hell are you going to make a child go into debt on food that's not worth $5? If you
Right.
don't remember these meals, it was like cardboard. It tasted terrible. It smelled funny. Prisoners, and I've been to jail, they get better food than I had in school.
Yep. That's right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
we're
Julie said
all
the last hanging in Australia was in 71 or 75.
so our system is really backwards right now. And if you don't believe me, read a book. Read into everything. Study, research. Find a little drive. Be curious.
Here's a comment from April.
See, Ed, no, okay. I agree. People deserve.
Yeah. Yeah. There's your dad's on that one.
Right there. Right there.
He always paid your food debt.
Mm-hmm.
But he always told you to eat it too, didn't he?
Well, he did. Till high school when I had a job, then he was like, "You're on your own."
April said,
I think the
I
justice
agree with
system needs
people.
to be cleaned up first, so people are not executed that are innocent. 100%. 100. Yes, my dad. April, I couldn't agree more. We need to do what Finland did. I think it was Finland. They did a complete overhaul. And what I mean by that, everybody in power was stripped of power, removed from office, and the only requirements they had was you had to be either 40 or 50 years of age with a clean background. Their economy started booming, their crime went down, false punishment was basically eradicated. So yeah, you're 100% correct. We need to go and cut off the head of the snakes. Every single one of them. Sawn off dressed Amazon driver. No, Luke, I did not see that. However, when we had the lockdown, there were, or not the lockdown, the freeze, the Texas freeze we had back in March, where it was negative something outside and we had 5-6 inches of snow, shut down Texas entirely. I mean, it shut everybody down. There was a group of people dressed as internet providers that were going into people's houses and robbing them.
Mm-hmm.
They avoided my home. Me and my roommate were ready, dude. Like, we were sleeping downstairs with the dogs. We had shotguns. We were like, okay, if somebody's going to do something, it's going to be right now. Yes. Term limits and pay caps, as well as their life pay, which is, after you serve, the majority of them get like $106,000 a year for the rest of their life. So all you have to do is go into politics for a few years and you get a giant pension for the rest of your life. I can't agree with that. Why the hell are you making more doing a job that was originally unpaid to, or if, no, it was paid, but it was like the equivalent of $20 today. But it was almost nothing. But why are you making, one, how are you making millions in politics, corruption, but two, making hundreds of thousands of dollars? You make four and 5 times what active military members make every year. I got out, I was making $22,750. That's calculating everything, calculating the housing, calculating the food, calculating everything. We sat down, we found out my PO was only making like $34,000 with his family benefits, his housing allotment, everything like that. And he was an E6. So why do you get to make $130,000 to meet 2 times a month when our active duty military members can't get good food? Our uniforms get destroyed rapidly. We can't get replacements readily. Our boots are garbage. I went through, in the Navy, I was in 4 years. I went through 8 pairs. I went through 2 pairs of boots a year. I went through tennis shoes. I went through 5 pairs of tennis shoes in 4 years. Dress shoes. My parents were nice enough to buy me a custom set of dress shoes because the dress shoes the military provided were too small and made my feet bleed. Bleed, not just rub them raw and blistered. I mean, socks coming out red. Bleed. And they were $650 for a pair of damn shoes that I could wear in the military because they had certain specifications they had to follow. Military didn't provide any of that. Didn't get a back pay, didn't get a paycheck for that. Nothing. When you buy new boots, if it wasn't your time, if it wasn't a year in, you had to pay for your own boots. Now, when it was the year, if they lasted a year, they paid for them. But the stipulation they made was they had to be a year. So if you bought a pair of boots 6 months in, well, your year just restarted. So in 6 months, when you need a new pair of boots, that year restarts. Our food, I have a photo on one of my old phones hiding around here somewhere, rated for institutional use only. People think the military has such good food, such great. I had a corpsman that told me about his experience with an MRE. He had to squat off the back of a Humvee. Porta potties, 140 degrees to take a poo.
Mm-hmm.
Housing, roaches, termites, ants, poor air conditioning. My room sat at 76 degrees year round. No matter what, I would take a hot rag, soak that rag, put it on the sensor, 76. I could not get it to where I was comfortable. Yeah, food. So why politicians? $40,000, $50,000 tops a year. I think that's justifiable.
Right.
You're supposed to be supporting the people. You can get a side gig, write a book. You're already famous just for being a politician. You had to do nothing except for run. You're famous. Congratulations. There you go. Have an easy life. Write a book. People will buy it because you're famous. It's easy to make 6 figures a year as long as you find side jobs to do when you're famous. But $40,000, $50,000 a year, and your pension is not $103,000 for the rest of your life. It's based off of what essentially the military does. You served for this time. You did this, this, and this. Okay, you made this amount of money. Yeah, we'll give you $1,000 a month. There you go. You're 80. Why do we have people 60, 70, and 80 years old that have been in office for 20, 30 years that have done absolutely nothing for the people? Which blows my mind how they get reelected every time. Like, hey, you promised this and this year. Didn't happen this year. You promised the same thing again the year before that. Didn't happen then. Same thing before that. Didn't happen then. So if you can't provide what you have said you're going to do, if you don't actively push for it, when you have promised, okay, you're no longer eligible to run. You have promised this and this. We voted for you because you promised this. You have failed to provide. You are now no longer eligible to run anymore. And wholly agree with term limits. Wholly agree. 10 years for certain positions, done. You can't be in the same drag-ass spot for 30 years, and you cannot vote for your own group of people to get a pay raise. You as representatives cannot go, hey, we're not making enough money. Instead of $103,000, I want $123,000. No, you have to propose a bill and have it voted on by the people.
That's right.
Because I can promise right now, if we had a poll to allow that would let us actually use our voice, the majority of representatives would not be getting a pay raise. They would be getting a pay cut, and a drastic one. You were making $103,000. Congrats. Now you're making 15.
Right.
You promised all this shit for 15 years. Mm-hmm. You
Well,
ain't
they ought to be fined for each time they don't show up for a vote.
that too. And make it hurt. Make that fine painful.
And if they don't show up twice, they're AWOL.
Yeah. Treat it like the military. You failed to show up for this meeting, it's $30,000. That goes back to the taxpayers. Goes back to some benefit that you don't get to choose. The people get to choose. Hey, we want this road repaired. That money goes to this road or this building, whatever. You don't get to choose because odds are you'll go, yeah, I put it into this foundation to do this, so it's going to be tax deductible next year. No, it's not going to be a tax deductible payment.
No.
You screwed up. There are consequences. Every child learns at a young, or should learn at a young age, there's consequences to your actions. Why we let our representatives go on without consequences blows my mind, but we need to reteach them. There are consequences for every single action you take in your life. Cause and effect. You show up, you don't have to pay a fine, you do your job, you represent the people's interests, you continue making your pays. You don't show up, you $30,000. You don't show up again, now you're AWOL, we're going to fine you, we're going to kick you out of power, and we're going to arrest you.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a job you get to play stupid at. That's not a job where you get to do whatever the hell you want.
No, we didn't elect them for that reason.
No, you chose that life. You should know what you're going into. As soon as you get in there, you should know it's probably going to suck a little bit. But you had the drive to represent the people. Or should have the drive to represent the people. The people we have in right now, they have a drive to be million and billionaires, shut the people down, shut our voices off, cripple society, and make it all fun and games for them. They are the elites in their mind. So no, you don't get to be an elite anymore. Your job is to serve. Look at Jesus. If you want to look at religion, look at Jesus. He came down. I did not come to be served, but to serve, and washed the feet of his disciples.
Yep.
A man that was sent to save the souls of humanity came down for the people's interest, washed feet, and was sacrificed. Ooh, that would be a good punishment. I mean, blood eagle is a little extreme. I still think treason should be treated with a blood eagle, but if we can't do that, we can crucify him.
That's right. Oh, did you see? You remember the couple in St. Louis that was out in front of their mansion? Him with the AR and her with the pistol?
Yep.
He's running for Congress here in Missouri.
Good.
Yeah. He just threw his hat in the ring.
I'd vote for him.
I would too. I mean, he's going to stand up for the rights, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to shut down Black Lives Matter, Antifa. We got this new group going around calling for the death of all whites.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Well, that's just like I had yesterday. I was working out at the kids' farm, and they had two guys show up to dig a trench with a trencher, right? And both of them had just recently got out of the service. So we got to talking about the Bill of Rights Network, Second Amendment Ranch, and everything. One of them came up to me and goes, "I got a question for you." And I said, "What's that?" He goes, "Do you think all these mass shootings were planned and paid for?" And I said, "Absolutely.
100%.
I'll say, I will go as far as to say 98% of them were paid for. Now, there are a couple that just recently happened that I don't think the other side had anything to do with, because it was more on a one-on-one thing and innocent people got shot.
Yeah.
But the others, look at the one, okay, the one that I'll say wasn't, what was it, in Florida, where the jewelry store got robbed in the mall and people got shot because the owners started firing at the robbers.
Yeah. Paid for.
Yeah.
If you don't think there's a giant scheme going on and a ploy, and look at any kind of spy history, any kind of MK Ultra, look at Waco, Texas, look at all these incidences and accidents and all these mass shootings that have happened in the past, and go, what purpose did he have to shoot this group of people? Really think about it. Why did he choose to go after this group?
You just had one in Austin. Yes. There's been 6 mass shootings in this last week. Mass shooting is over 4 people shot.
14 people. Yep.
14
people injured. Authorities arrested 1 person in connection with the mass shooting in downtown Austin. 2 of the injured were in critical condition. No information immediately available surrounding the circumstances of the arrest. Almost all injured were innocent bystanders. So we have no reason as to why the shooter targeted that area, and we have the majority of them being innocent people.
Right.
So yeah, no, it's a ploy. It's 100% a ploy. Everybody has a price, and this was from the old Gargoyles TV show. Pay a man enough money, and he will walk barefoot into hell. This was not a founding father. This was not some giant epiphany by some Greco-Roman theosist, whatever it is, theologist. This was from a kid's cartoon. Pay a man enough money and he will walk barefoot into hell.
Yep.
What makes you think you can't pay somebody enough money to go on a mass shooting? Or say put a knee a little too high on the neck? Take a little too much fentanyl? Yep, he shoved me. He was in Facebook jail.
Uh-oh.
Already.
Yeah. But I do like his name.
Yep. Captain Jackass. So everybody has a price. And there are plenty of people that will 100% prove that. I guarantee. Go up to your buddies. Look, guys, go up to your buddy and ask how much it would cost for you to give another guy a good time. Everybody's got a price for everything. Everything.
I know, it's ridiculous. And just like these 2 military guys yesterday were talking about everything being brought last summer, the brick loads being brought in, the people being shipped in by bus loads to do the rioting. And I was like, yeah, that's why they got out of the service.
Yeah.
They were tired of it.
Because once you're in the military, there's a meme about it. It's the old insurance quote. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. See? We've got 2 prices right here. $2.50 and a can of Monster and a full 50 BMG full auto.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's got a price.
That'd be close to your price.
Yeah. 50 BMG full auto? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or an actually fully functioning tank. I'll go take the capital myself.
And then the can of Monster to drink while you're walking there, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's, and look at it this way. If they have problems, if they have mass debt, if they have 4 or 5 kids they can't afford, job is killing them, they're going to find somebody desperate that's hurting. You're going to go, hey, $100,000 will solve all your problems.
But think of how many of these mass shootings wouldn't have went as far if more people were packing a gun.
State of Texas allowed the carry of firearms in churches. What was supposed to be a mass shooting turned out to 1 dead, 1 injured.
Yep.
Because the security that was in the church was carrying.
Yep.
What was supposed to be a mass shooting was stopped almost immediately because a good guy willing to do something bad was a better shot. You stop taking the guns away from law-abiding citizens and you arm everybody. Criminals tend to stop being stupid. It's no longer viable for them to pay you $400,000 because odds are you're not going to use that $400,000. That money is going to go to your family and your grave.
That's what we was talking about, Luke, was that situation right there.
That's the exact situation I was just mentioning. As the gentleman was the Dad, if you're still watching, what's that role you do where you pass the tray around?
Oh,
not a
bailiff. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. We don't do that at our church, but I know what you're talking about.
They have a specific title. And Bocephus, I promise my funeral will probably be cheap because odds are I'll have the military do it or just push me out on a boat and light it on fire. But the not umpire. Dad, what is it? You know what I'm talking about.
It's not commune.
No.
Offering.
No, it's not the offering. It's the title of the guys that are actually walking through and collecting the offering trays.
Oh. It's usually the elders. Or trustees.
It's got an actual title, and I can't remember it for the life of me right now.
We don't do it.
Yeah, he did for years, so I figured he would have popped in and said it by now, unless he got kicked off.
He might have got Facebook jailed.
He might have got Facebook jailed for watching us. He's one of our regular viewers, so.
And we appreciate you, Dad.
Yeah, but no, the guy that actually
Altar Boys.
No, it's not Altar Boy. Oh, this is gonna eat at me until I can figure it out.
He's going to have to call Dad. The internet won't tell him. He's going to call Dad. Just wait.
Not the offer. Title of the collection plate.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll do this the easy way.
He's calling Dad.
I'm texting Dad. I'm
texting him. Can't even call his own father.
I'm on the show. Actually, no, we are going to call him.
Dad could get on the show. It's the only way we're going to get him.
Right.
He won't come on.
Hello?
Hey, we were waiting for your answer, but you never answered. When you were doing the collection plates at church, what was your title?
Usher.
Thank you.
Usher. Thanks, Dad.
We're covering the Texas shooting, and I couldn't remember the name of that position.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye. Usher.
Hey.
So the usher, which was security as well, was carrying at that point in time. Thanks, Dad. Like, what?
I'm surprised he didn't say, "What are you doing calling me during the middle of the show?"
Right. So thank you. The usher was carrying and was able to stop the mass shooter at that point in time. No, I did not see the 55 people get crossing the border today. I'll tell you right now, you want to stop border crossing problems, and I'm sorry, HCX Renegade Radio. I'm kind of stepping into your zone right now. All the veterans that are having problems finding jobs, 50,000 homeless veterans a day on the streets. Of those, 22 a day, and this was before the coronavirus pandemic. Now it's up to 30 to 40 veterans a day are committing suicide. Give them. Oh, there he is. He just mentioned.
Thanks, Pops.
Hire a bunch of veterans, give them back their M16s, M4s.
Ooh, 6 of them were identified as ISIS members.
Exactly. Put the veterans that you don't want to hire back on the border. Problem
Hey,
solved.
there's ranchers down there hiring them now to protect their property.
Good for them. I like that plan. But no, usher was what the word we were looking for was. Yeah, no, we definitely have a border problem. However, I'm not going to step too much into that because that is HCX Renegade Radio's bread and butter.
That's their forte because they got links to it, and they may be going down there here shortly.
Are they taking anything with them for flash photography?
I bet they do. But I do know when they go down, they're hooking up with Jason Jones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They'll get the full effect.
We need tighter border security.
I'll put it this way. They're going to have more flash than what the National Guard does down there right now.
Even Bocephus is like, they've got a hog problem. Yes, Bocephus, they have.
Yeah. Hey, we'll just meet up at Bocephus and we'll just take a drive down there.
Which Bocephus, thank you for finally getting into the network chat. I don't know why it took so long to get you there, but I'll get with all of y'all later and we'll plan a trip over. If you should be home this weekend, so
Well, he's got vacation to do.
I thought that was this weekend.
I think he's going on vacation this week.
Oh, this week.
If he'll let us know in the chat when he's going on vacation, because when he gets back is when you guys are supposed to get up there so we can premiere his show.
Yep. And you know he has to come and make his showing.
Always.
He had to get a stick up the butt today. Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to tell your secrets.
He was not happy. He had to go and see a vet because he was dragging his booty.
Oh, poor puppy.
But they said it wasn't nothing, so I guess he's just had an itch. I mean, he did get a hold of some Taco Bell this week, and I came home to a house full of excrement.
Right. Now, you know we're over halfway through the show, so where's your gun pail?
Crap.
Oh, crap.
I
finally caught him.
I got on a tangent.
Hey, you was doing great. That's what it's all about here at Second Amendment Ranch, is talking about things going on with guns and what should be done and getting everybody in. Oh, this looks bad. I can tell this one's going to be bad.
So, if you have a limp wrist, don't hold a shotgun like this.
Been there, done that. Not that. Seriously, don't hold it like that.
He got the hell slapped out of him.
Yes, he did.
Oh, y'all are
people
gassy.
Don't do that. That's not what that's made for.
Yeah, I guarantee if your Amazon guy did that in America, he wouldn't be an Amazon guy very much longer.
No.
I looked through my door and I looked through the bathroom window for our front bathroom. I can see everything. If I don't see an Amazon truck and I can't see both your hands, you can bet there's probably going to be something pointed through that door right about head level. No, I didn't see how janky it was. It had, if he's saying it was janky, it's probably bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead and send it to me through Discord.
But well, that's just like that story I was talking to you about, the ammo trucks that got hijacked in Mexico, headed to Texas. First of all, wouldn't you just love to be the trucker, have him drive that truck across the border?
No.
Could you imagine the nightmare of going through all that? But anyway, who in their right mind from central Mexico is going to ship 2 semis loaded with ammunition, 7 million rounds, up to Texas by truck?
No. That would have gone through other channels.
Wouldn't you think that company, and I'll name them Teco Industries, and everything. It make ammunition, 22s, 38s, 40s, 45s, and all that. Don't you think they'd have their own airplane?
They would have had something other than a couple.
I wouldn't have put it on the road.
No.
Not with the cartel down there.
No. That or I'd have done it through train.
That was a setup? Yeah, I guarantee that was a setup. Because even if there had been 2 semis going up there, don't you think there had been some armed vehicles in front and back?
With 7 million rounds of ammunition?
If you're a big company sending it to America, and it's Aguala Ammunition, I think's how it's pronounced, and stuff. But yeah, 7 million rounds this week. 2 trucks were hijacked. In 3 hours, they emptied the trucks out. So that was a setup ready to go.
So 22 is finally back down to about 14 cents a round. But during the height of the pandemic and everything, the 22 LR was about $1 a round.
Yep.
If we average everything on that truck, if we take everything, put it at $1 a round, and I promise it wasn't. 50 Beowulf is about $2-3 a round. 338 Lapua is about $9-10 a round right now. 50 BMG is closer to $15-20 a round right now.
Your 338 is that expensive a round?
It's usually about $7 a round, $6-7 a round.
Why is it more expensive than a 50?
50 Beowulf is a smaller round. 50 BMG is more expensive than 338 Lapua.
Oh, okay.
So the 50 Beowulf is cheaper, but the 338 Lapua is more expensive. It's that middle. So if you if you averaged everything to $1, and I can promise it's not, it's going to be closer to $2, $3, $4. Especially with how hard it is to get ammo and how much everybody's upcharging everything. $7 million in 2 trucks. Gonna have some personal security. $7 million.
Well, you know, some cartel down there's got a whole bunch of hand ammunition.
So, yeah. Oh, yummy. Excuse me. I'm still waiting for Luke to get me that janky photo.
And I think Bocephus is the one that put that in the Born chat.
What?
That gunman in Mexico steals 7 million rounds of ammo.
Oh, it's in general.
In general. It's in general.
Terrifying.
And not of the Army. Hey, Gunny. You got to get Gunny a headset.
Oh, my God. That thing looks ridiculous.
A plane?
The gun that this guy used is... It looks like some hear ye bullshit.
Uh-oh. Oh, hell.
That's
a blunderbuster.
It takes a primer cap. Look right here. Right here.
Yep.
It takes a primer cap to fire this gun.
Yeah.
What happened?
And Chasing Wolf's the one that sent that about the ammo.
This gun is as old as Carl is.
Yep. That's a wicked gun, though, really.
The odds of it misfiring are substantial because if that primer cap gets wet, it's not going to want to fire. That's why the burglar looks like this now.
Yeah.
Because that gun failed, or he missed his one shot he had and got the crap kicked out of him.
Yeah. What Bocephus said, I used to hunt T-Rex with that one.
Yeah. I still want to see his 4570. Send me a photo, Bocephus. I wants it. I needs it.
Yeah, we all got to get together down there.
You say he's just a friend. Sorry. Watch YouTube ban me. It's a cover.
It's time for a whole hog roast.
Yeah. Well, you got to get down here. You gonna put that?
I'm working on it.
He can't say that third word there, but jumped on his back and beat him. Oh yeah.
Big time.
He screwed up and got the crap kicked out of him. Yeah, I want a 300 PRC. I want the 4570. I want a Taurus Raging Judge Magnum, and either a Scorpion Evo or a Vector, but in 45. But those are the guns I'm wanting right now. I can't afford them, but yeah, that's my bucket list right there. Is the 300 PRC, that 4570, which Elite Precision Firearms, something like that. But the Marlin 1895 SBL is the 4570 I want. I should have bought. They had the Blackout 4570 for a long time, and I had the option to buy it. I probably should have at that point in time, because now you can't find any of them anywhere. I like Vector. I like how they look a little better as well. The Scorpion Evo is a really good gun as well. I've been from video games. I like the Vector, but for functionality, most of the time, at least for how you can set up the Evo, I like it a little more. That's why it's kind of back and forth on those two. The 300 PRC, and of course the 50 BMG, but that's a $13,000 gun. So yeah. Until we get some friends in high places with some good sponsorship, I'm not going to be able to buy another gun for a long time. As much as I want one. You goofy bastard. Do you want the water bottle?
He wants to eat it.
He loves to chew on water bottles. Watch. Now he's got his bottle. He's going to run off and he's going to go chew on it now. All he does is take the cap off. That's it. As
long as he don't swallow it.
Yeah, he spits them out. But as soon as he chews the cap off, he's done with it.
Oh, well, just give him the cap.
No, I don't think he would want it though. I'd have to try. But yeah, there's still a couple guns I want, but I have to adult for a while, and I don't like it. That, and I do want to get my chest tattooed, and I showed that last week.
Yeah.
Week before, something like that, and told y'all how much that was going to cost, and yeah.
You showed that on the town hall meeting.
Did I?
Yes, you did. I heard everything about that one.
No, I took my shirt off, but I think I only showed what I was going to get.
Right.
Here.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but hopefully everybody enjoyed our town hall meeting we had last week with all the hosts on there. We had a great time. And a lot of them got to meet each other for the very first time.
Yeah. And it does look like we are going to actively be doing that more often.
Once a month.
Yep. Now I have another funny little story.
Oh, before you go into a story, I got to ask you a question. July 9th. Okay. July 8th, 9th, and 10th, I'm going to be on a live location doing a live show.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's the 8th.
8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yeah.
Okay. The 8th, the night it starts, will start with HTX Renegade Radio live in front of a whole town. Right? Saturday morning, we'll have Chase the Wolf live in front of the whole town. I was wondering if you would be interested in Friday night doing a Second Amendment ranch.
Yeah, I should be able to fit that in.
Okay. I'll check with you later on as it gets through, but we're going to be live at a block party in Coffee, Missouri, citywide yard sale, and there's going to be hundreds of people there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a TV set up on the table where everybody can watch the live shows.
You ought to look at a projector and a screen.
During daylight,
That's going to be hard to do.
but in the evenings and stuff, they can come by and see the 32-inch TV and come by the table and find out more about the Bill of Rights Network.
And for all the other hosts that watch, if you have any editing you need, go to our Discord. But to my funny story now. We know airport security is cancer, right? It's hell. It takes forever to get through. You've got to get scanned. You're getting x-rayed. You're getting pat down. A New Jersey man actually managed to get a gun through security.
Oh, crap.
Yep. It was designed to look like a belt buckle. And let me show you what it looks like, because I kind of want one.
Okay, yeah, it does look like a belt buckle.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a gun on a belt buckle.
It does.
Uh-huh.
No trigger guard, which I'm not a fan of, but this New Jersey man managed to get a gun through his terminal, through TSA, until final detection. I guess this was when it was boarding or something. But a New Jersey man didn't make it and passed airport security Friday after TSA officials had a gun tucked away, or he tried to get it through. He did not actually get it through, but tried to get it through, tucked away inside his belt buckle. Ridgefield Park man was stopped in Terminal C at Newark Liberty International Airport at the start of the weekend when officers thought they found a replica gun inside of a large belt buckle. According to TSA, upon inspection, proved the gun to be real and could pop out of its decorative metal oval frame. And he then claimed he forgot he had the gun and belt buckle tucked away inside his backpack.
Now, would that gun come off that belt buckle?
Yes, it does. They just said it actually pops out of that belt buckle and is a fully functioning firearm.
Oh, just like Aaron Cunningham said, some Will Smith, Wild Wild West stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what this gun, I guess it's through Freedom Arms. Let's see if we can actually...
Yeah, see what the price of that thing is going to be. Belt buckle gun. I guess it's what you'd call it.
$600 for a 22 LR.
Pull that screen up. Oh, has it got the price on it?
We are not. I'll scroll down a little bit so they can't see the price tag and say we're selling guns.
Right. Oh my God, it is, isn't it?
Yep. Oop, too high.
Wow.
So I'm assuming this silver pin right here is what you would push, and that would cause the firearm to pop out.
Yeah. Looks like what? 6 shot? At least 4.
Barrel length 4-inch. The 5 shot.
5 shot.
Right there.
22. That is awesome, though, really.
Luke, you could technically concealed carry that. You're right. So
actually, that wouldn't be a bad one to carry around.
No, it wouldn't. You get pat down, nobody's going to think about the belt buckle.
Well, walking around, you don't have one under your shoulder, on your hip. It's right there on your belt buckle. Not too many crooks are going to look at your groin.
No.
They better not be.
I mean, I want to carry one on my back and one on my boot, but one on my back and one on my belt buckle wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah.
Because I do want to get probably a 38 special something to carry that I can stuff down my cowboy boot real quick. Because if they do find one firearm, odds are that's when they're going to stop looking. So
Yeah.
it's always good to have a backup. So I'll probably be getting a hold of old David.
Luke says, flick your shirt up and down between conceal and open carry real quick.
Open, concealed, open, concealed, open, concealed.
Yeah, but I can see you doing that. Women are going, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Obeying the law, breaking the law. Obeying the law, breaking the law. Obeying the law, breaking the law.
And they only had it in 22s?
Bocephus says they've got one in 22 mag somewhere.
Wow.
I mean,
it's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Good idea.
Oh, very. I mean, every advantage over your enemy is something that you need to be proud of. Bocephus, you also have 2,000 acres in Louisiana and like 300 acres here in Texas. You can open carry everywhere around
Now,
your property.
there's a question. I know he lives in Texas and he's got land in Louisiana, right? Now, if he loaded up in his truck, could he drive across Texas into Louisiana with his guns legally? Is that a connected state?
Louisiana is a connected state, and I believe he can because I believe Louisiana also has the Castle Doctrine.
Well, probably because he's probably still a resident of Louisiana, too.
I mean, if he has an address going somewhere, then that's all it would be. The hell's a 22 Hornet?
Yeah, if it's transport to home. Yeah, that's his home property.
Oh, the 22 Hornet is bigger than the 22 Mag. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I thought the 22 Mag was the biggest.
You got to study up on that.
If it is to transport it home, Louisiana constitutional carry state now, so yes.
Okay.
So I know Louisiana has usually been pretty lax with gun laws as well. And I think they had the Castle Doctrine before they were a constitutional carry state. So it should have been, and it's not. Aaron, you're technically correct and you're also technically incorrect. Some states don't allow you to carry your firearms in certain manners in your vehicle to and from certain places. Some people require it to be completely torn down. Ammunition may need to be separated. The gun may need to be in the back with your ammo up front, something like that. So it varies state to state. That's why we talk about this. So
yeah, they had to find his first. Yeah, that's true.
So, but the majority of the centralized state simply carry. Oh yeah, no, that's true. You can carry your firearm on you to and from your house.
Yeah, but you know what? Look at these cops now that's got to search vehicles and everything. You got these new trucks that's got everything built into the tailgate, built into the fender walls, compartments and doors that open up and out. Driving down the road, can't you just see a truck there with its fenders opened up, the tailgate down with all the contents out of the tailgate?
Unfortunately, yes. They actually do have a bed liner storage now that I kind of want to get for carrying my guns to and from because it locks everything down. And odds are when you look in a tailgate, or if you don't see anything at that point in time, you continue on your way. So if you can't see it, and my tailgate locks up, so if you can't get my tailgate down, you can't break into the key. So I'm tempted to get one of those for when I make, especially when I make trips to and from Bocephus's places, right. Because stopping at a gas station, you don't want to be carrying where people can see it.
Well, your mic got real loud there for a second.
Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't touch anything.
I know.
Huh. It's magic.
They're controlling your mic now.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, if you want to see a hairy fat guy, go ahead. I'm going to keep talking one way or another.
That's right. That's exactly right. And folks, I'm looking for a different merch company to put these guys on and that emblem up there on so we can get it on shirts and hats. So bear with us as I'm looking for that. Teespring, it won't enlarge these two guys the right way. They say poor quality. And then that one up there, they won't even do that one at all because of the faded colors.
Huh.
I went, well, that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm looking around.
I'll have to take a peep. I like Teespring because they do provide that service where you just upload everything and it goes through them. Window decals. No, we have not.
I'm thinking about it very seriously. On Teespring, we have magnets with the Second Amendment Ranch on it, but window decals, I can do that.
Give me a big ass one. I'll put it on my truck and do free advertising.
You want that one right there in the center?
No, I need something people can read.
Well, it's going to have that, and then it's going to have the Second Amendment Ranch.
Yeah, it would be good.
I'll work something up and send you a copy of it because I can vectorize that and cut it in my vinyl cutter.
Because I've got that big, nice red Chevy with an open windshield or open rear windshield. I can put that on.
You got a split window?
No,
Okay.
solid window. So I can put that on and get us plenty of free advertising.
Yeah. I'll work on that this week.
What's Redbubble? That's probably a British one.
It's Redbubble is the color in there that he used. What they call it.
Okay. Y'all are some gassy jackasses today. Holy crap. Oh. Yeah, we do. We definitely need to get something with the info on it.
Yeah,
I agree.
with the arch over top. That's what I was thinking. That's what I designed it on Teespring. But when I enlarged this one right here, the logo in the center on it, it would say poor quality. I'd had to make it little bitty tiny for it to say okay. And I was like, no, that's crap.
Redbubble is a site. Okay. Red.
For merch. Oh. Now they make it and sell it for you?
Sell your art. Find your fans. How you upload your designs to products in your shop. Customers find and purchase products they love. Products are purchased to order and shipped around the world. Customers get an awesome product and you get paid. So yeah, works just like Teespring. Works just like Teespring.
Okay, Redbubble. I'll check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all help us more than y'all realize. The topics, the topics, most of them come through y'all. If y'all ask questions, and we showed this at the beginning of the ranch, anything y'all ask, if I can't answer immediately, we always do an episode just covering your topic for you. Guests. We've gotten a lot of guests and people coming to the Bill of Rights Network to have a show. All through the chat.
Right. And I'm trying to find a way to separate these two guys individually.
Let them cause a little mayhem.
Well, that and we can reverse them where you're going to be pointing
in a safe manner.
That way, my crossbow will be pointing out. That way, right? We can have something out there where we're protecting ourselves.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. If I can get them separated where I can put them in each place I need to.
Luke. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Luke. Hey, Luke is.
Well, it's so much easier doing all of this with people behind the scenes. I can't tell y'all, Luke and Larson, I can't tell y'all how nice y'all have made doing some of our merchandise, getting some of our topics and stories, and especially handling the Discord and communicating. Y'all chat way more than I do.
That's right.
It's so nice having some people that
And
can
when
run it.
Bo Cephas decides on his logo, we'll send it to them. Because they're going to get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
And as soon, hey, they're going to be lifting the restrictions up to start flying from overseas to U.S. So Luke better hurry up.
Texas lifting travel restrictions.
Yeah, they said they was getting ready to lift them.
Governor Abbott says Texas is open 100%.
Right, but
And
check England.
He also lifted the air travel restrictions into Texas. So he should actually be able to come over right now.
Exactly. Aaron had a good idea for the decal there, too. Put each one of us in your rear window with that 2A in the center and then Second Amendment Ranch, where we're pointing off the opposite side of your trucks, protecting it. That's good. I like that.
Let's see. Biden.
Yeah, my Canadian's cat died, so I ended up doing that. Awesome. Awesome. Sorry about the cat. Most places are still requiring a vaccine passport. Shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
Hey, I got vaccinated. Take my word for it. Because I'm not going to show you crap.
All I can find is it's saying as long as you have your vaccine, you're good to go.
I'm sure there's somewhere on the internet you can print one up.
If I may copy the engine and copy. Yeah, Aaron, if you get in our Discord, all the photos and everything is in there.
Yeah, Aaron, go to the Second Amendment Ranch Discord.
Yeah, we post everything, or I try and post everything that you'll want to see, talk about, play in, look at the merch, anything like that.
Yeah, because as soon as we get the site, when I check that Red Bubbles out, we make something on there. Carl, go to your messenger on Facebook. Okay. I will do that.
But Luke, what are they saying the restriction is for you? Because this says back in January 26th of this year. But yeah, Luke, let me know what you're waiting on because I can't find. It looks like it's good to go.
Oh, I bet this is what you want to see.
Oh,
yeah.
It is.
I figured it was.
It is.
That is nice. That is sweet.
Marlin 1895 SBL and 4570.
That's a look at the lever action on it. I like that.
Large open loop.
Yeah, I like that.
For us bigger handed guys, that's one of the reasons I want that gun. I hate you. I hate you right now so much.
That is sharp. Oh, Julie, you got to get up here and see us. You know that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, from what I've heard, Bocephus, there are some actual parts in the SBL that when you clean them, they're very sharp. So a lot of people have replaced something about the trigger mechanism. And I want to say something else because the parts were either cheaply made or too sharp to clean. You don't hate me. You love me. You just like pissing me off, showing me toys.
Oh, you just wait until we all get together.
Oh, God, that's going to be a cluster.
Yeah.
You do need to get some time off and get down here, though.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Me and Vincent both are working on that. That's nice about having one of the hosts 8 miles away.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all can carpool together because I'd love to for his opening show. I'd really love to get the majority of everybody there because
Right.
we can get me, Simple Man, TDC, and Bocephus. That's 4 of us already. VZ58. I don't. That's
What
a
is
new
that?
one. That's what I'm looking up. It's probably one of his older rifles he loves. Yep. As one of the older, he loves old school. I like more modern-esque firearms, but
That's all right.
they Luke likes the older kind of
Hey, if
traditional.
they fire, they're fun.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind that though.
Yeah.
Collapsible stock, because this actually folds in.
That is an AK on crack.
Pretty much. I wonder what caliber it is.
I kind of like the one.
It's a 7. It's basically an AK-47.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I replaced a few parts, made it a lot better. I'm just gonna steal yours, Bocephus. I mean, hey.
Crystal wants a blunderbuss.
So you can shoot dildos at them?
No, you can shoot anything out of that thing.
Exactly.
Load it with the knives. Can you
They
imagine?
actually fit. I think it was Kentucky Ballistic. It was one of these gun shows. Got the soda can launcher and found a dildo that they can load.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being that robber and the first thing that you feel is a giant purple dildo breaking your jaw?
Oh God, you gave me a visual memory, and I don't want that. God.
I mean, that's just such an insult.
Yeah.
I'm here to rob
Bocephus
you.
wants a snake charmer 410. Yep.
Snake Charmer 410.
Yep. Crystal said she prefers silverware.
Oh, I'm not a. I don't. Yeah. Break open.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, I'd take one.
The Snake Charmer I want is that Taurus Raging Judge Magnum. I can still shoot 410 at that son of a bitch.
You just created a new porn movie. Loaded dildo. Sounds like a porn movie.
I feel there are very few people I feel like could actually handle that. Because that's a lot of force. That's a lot of force coming out. They made a non-lethal round to shoot out of your pistol, by the way. It looks like a Fat Boy bomb, big head, 4 blades coming off the back end. So it just balls back, kind of a conish shape. And then you have the 4 blades, and you take blank rounds, load your pistol, and you put this torpedo in the barrel itself, and they shot it, and it caved. I mean, caved this dummy's chest in like 5 inches. I mean, it was just in. Oh, it's a non-lethal round. Yeah, it's non-lethal, but he's going to wish he was dead.
Now, we do hope Bocephus' wife's got a great, funny personality. Because if not, she's going to hate us.
Right?
No, I'm sure she does.
Bocephus, it is not a collector's item. I want that gun, and I will use that gun regularly. Oh, you're talking about the 410, Snake Charmer 410. I thought you were talking about the 1895.
Right.
I was like, no. If you're just using that for a collection item, let me take it.
What's a Charlton automatic infield? But that's made of a good
unobtainium.
Oh, she deals with you? Oh, okay. She'll straighten those out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some unique and interesting guns out there I wouldn't mind shooting, but majority of the guns I plan on buying and owning are going to be utilized regularly.
How much kick is on that 338?
Mine,
Yeah.
not a lot. It's just the weight of the gun. The gun weighs like 30, 40 pounds.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a heavy bastard.
This is one you don't pack around and go hunting with, right?
I mean,
or is this one you set down and you shoot a mile and a half away at an elk?
Yeah. Well, it's a big bastard, and so this is what it looks like. This is actually this is actually the rifle itself.
That's the one you got.
Yeah, and you can the muzzle brake on this thing is it's about 3 of my fingers. It's a big muzzle brake, but it's this butt stock is 2-3 inches of rubber, and it's a very padded rubber. And I put a bipod on mine.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't stand up and hold that and shoot it, do you?
It's only 15 pounds. I thought it was heavier. I got mine at a good price too. Whew. You can. Stability is going to be a bitch. It's a long gun. It is a very, very
it's a long range gun. I understand that.
The overall length is 5 feet tall.
Oh my God!
So right here, the overall length is 49 inches to 52.50. So you're looking between 4 and 5 feet tall. I mean, it comes up to my like center of my chest. So it's a very long gun. So trying to stabilize it is hard. So most of the time when I shoot this gun, I got a good bipod on it, and I just let the bipod do its job.
Okay.
The majority of my other guns, I can shoot standing up. This one, I don't want to.
Yeah, I was going to say it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There are lighter models out there. But because they are lighter, they have more kick.
A 300 PRC is pretty long.
Let's see. Not the Hornet E. What? I'm trying to remember what company it was through. That's the Ruger makes one. Savage.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, this is the 110 Elite is what I'm looking at. Let's go. Keep bringing my mouse back to my other screen.
Right.
So,
what's the effective range on that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find the overall length. So, 4 feet to 4 to about the same length, a little shorter than the Ruger Precision rifle. Where is it's a pound lighter, about. Take it easy, Aaron. So yeah, it's still a fairly long.
Good night, Aaron.
And the 300 PRC.
So that rifle there, that other one there, was a rifle for over a mile, right?
That's what we're going to look at. 2,000 yards.
Oh, hell yeah.
So mile and a half? No, mile and a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,760. So 2,000, about a mile and a quarter would be your effective range for that guy.
Now, about how much would it drop, would you say, in that mile and a quarter?
I know after 200 yards, 338 Lapua drops 14 inches, 100 yards. So Let's find drop chart. 300 Win Mag. Or is it? So 300 PRC. 100 at 500 yards, you're dropping 38 inches. It's at 200 yards, so it's basically a 338 Lapua as well. 200 yards, straight shot, it's going to hit.
Right.
You're not gonna have to compensate up or down. So that's where I usually like to put my rifles. If that's its effective range, like that's where I have zero drop. Is 200 yards. That's where I'm putting it at.
Bocephus shoots his at 1 3/4 miles in a 6 MOA of dead center.
Bocephus actually does teach. So if you want to get classes, he does teach. And Bocephus, you need to buy me that 300 PRC.
Now, what's he mean by the 6 MOA?
Minutes of angle, if I remember right. So the MOA. Let me actually pull it up so I can. Yeah, minute of angle is an angular measurement. A minute of angle is 1/60th of a degree. 1 MOA spreads about 1 inch per 100 yards. So when you sight your scopes in, it's off of minute of angles.
4,000 yards, 40. So roughly he's aiming 40 inches above that target to hit it at 1 3/4 miles. Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah. So.
And Crystal goes, teach me. Well, when Bocephus gets his show going on, you never know what'll be on it. So exactly. You will have to stay tuned.
Is that yep to teaching her or buying me the 300 PRC? Because
yeah, I'm sure it was yep teaching her.
One of these is going to get me a little more excited.
The blender gun or the dildo.
Hey, easy.
Okay. But yeah, he may be doing some videos of that and showing them live on there, Crystal.
Especially during the world record.
Yeah. And folks, that's going to be coming up in about September. I'd love a Peterson device for a Springfield 2. Uh-oh.
Springfield 1903 Peterson device. Oh, what? Okay. He's going to get to America and find better toys to play with. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can, Bocephus. That will make the world record even awesome when he goes for the world record long shot.
He needs to teach me. That's what I'm saying. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
that will be. Oh, this world record is going to turn out to be awesome. We could have more world records inside of it.
Shit, I'm just going to rent your little cabin for a while.
Is little cabin?
Yeah.
It's a modular home.
Yeah, I'm going to rent your modular home basically every week into the world record. I hope you don't mind dogs.
Oh, what happened?
That way I can. That would be funny as hell, though. He breaks the world record, and I come in as an amateur and get a shot at a mile. I'd like to do that. I've always wanted to see if I could hit a mile.
He needs a good spotter.
Yeah, I can try. You're going to have to teach me that. But,
if you got the good spotting scope.
I mean, I want a content-filled world record where everybody is like, what the hell is wrong with these guys?
Well, what's going to be neat in the middle of it when he goes for the world record long shot? That will be awesome.
Yeah.
He don't mind dogs.
Good. I'm going to be up there a lot of weekends then.
Yeah, you had to tie your dogs up. Them hogs will eat them.
I think Gunny might try and go hump one. He likes them. He likes them big. I brought Pepper home, and he was like, "Yes."
Hey, I've been doing a lot of research on axis deer. Let me tell you, I'm getting ready.
Oh, he's so excited to come down for a hunting trip.
No, I'm excited to go down and meet Bocephus and his family person to person. That's what I'm excited.
I'm excited to meet him in person. I'm more excited to see his collection.
Yeah.
Because I do want to hold that 4570. I do.
I just want to kick back and relax on his deck and have a good conversation. Then after that, we can do whatever we want.
I think he said he's got a retention pond too, so we could do some fishing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Get some beers out there, get a bonfire going.
Hey, if you guys ever go to the ocean, I just bought a deep sea fishing rig.
Well, I go to the ocean every now and again, but we don't go deep sea. It's the deepest I think we've been is like 40 foot.
Oh, well, hell,
we don't have.
We'll put it this way: this thing will reel in a shark.
I mean, I've got 3 or 4 that can reel in shark. I've got 100-pound braid sitting in my workroom right now. I make fishing leaders. I've got like 40 fishing leaders that are 100-pound test. And I got like 10 at 600 pounds. Yeah.
Bocephus said yes.
Yes. Okay. Blank. So, yes.
As soon as he gets back and does his family vacation, and then we'll hook up, and got to work in between his schedule at his new business.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good day. I think it'll be a fun weekend for all of us.
It will be. Just time to get together and get away, because on this network, the only ones that's gotten together is Vincent and me and Cameron.
4th of July weekend, we might be able to, as long as my work don't make me actually work that weekend, because we got some maintenance that has to be done, and I'm hoping they're not going to just drop it on me, because first day off that I'm going to have, and it looks like it's going to be taken away from me already, so I don't know. But that'd be a good point in time. Thursday after work, I could drive out. Thursday day, y'all, after you get out of work, you can drive down.
My collection would scare the government.
What a coincidence.
Hey,
but
they were all lost in a boating accident. So,
but yeah, a good long weekend. 4th of July would be great to do it. What's better than beer and shooting shit?
Yeah. And Jason Wolf said fishing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at picking up some new bait casters myself. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm just curious to see how much bigger he is than me, because I know I'm a big guy.
And I'll tell them a little bit about what's going on next Sunday on this show. We just recently did a fundraiser for suicide awareness. And we raised over $1,000 the other night. And with that being done, the bidding started off real slow. So to up and help the bidding out, Crystal Marie, that does the live auctions, I offered her to throw a pie in my face live on the Second Amendment Ranch. We did that immediately. It went up to $500, and then we extended on and collected over $1,000. So I've got to get a pie thrown in my face. And then one other gentleman or brother-in-law that goes by Batmana has got to put on a dress and run around the courthouse block in broad daylight.
I'm still waiting for Luke to send me my battle axe, so I have to wear a sexy nurse outfit.
Yeah. But anyway, next Sunday, Father's Day, it's going to be live right on here. And I'm going to try to get Simple Man and TDC to come on the Second Amendment Ranch, because they did send merch up that we sold, auctioned off, and it put us over the $1,000 mark with help from them.
And I keep forgetting, y'all have to start checking me. We're supposed to be doing a giveaway every week. If you share this out, get 10 of your friends to come in and say, hey, they sent me, you get a free shirt. It's end of the show already, so we can't do it now. Just
Right.
remind us at the beginning of the next shows that, hey, don't forget your shirts.
I'll get
That
it
way-
all set up because I'm going to try to have a new shirt manufacturer design, see what kind of prices they got on them.
And if y'all ever want to design merch for us, just because you like to be artsy, if you design anything, we'll show it on the ranch.
Oh, there you go. Bo Seaford said, shoot him a message or call when we can plan on the 4th of July weekend.
I got you.
Hey.
I'll know more the closer we get to that weekend, because I've got to figure out if I'm going to be working that Friday. Because we do have some maintenance to do at work. I got to see if I need to be there or not. But yeah, I'll get you a message in, and I'll get with. We'll talk through the host chat. So if TDC and Supplementor.
Wait a second. Let's see. The 9th, the 10th is on a Saturday, so the 4th would be on a Saturday. Yep. No, it'd be on a Sunday.
Is it?
Yep. Let me look.
Yep, it's on a Sunday.
Yep.
But I think we're getting that Friday off. But we'll get something figured out. I gotta wait till it gets closer and see what they need me to do. Because technically I'm the maintenance supervisor, so if shit goes wrong, I have to fix it. Yeah. 2 months into this job and I already got thrown into the supervisory position.
Yeah, if Cameron and them get up there on the 4th of July with Bo Cephas, we'll have it on the show.
That'd be a bang up start of the show too. 4th
Oh,
of
wouldn't
July.
it? Bang
4th
up
of
the 4th of July and fire that cannon off.
Happy 4th of July. Welcome to the new show.
That's right.
Boom. Yeah. So remind us about the 10 shares and shirts. And if you design anything, if you're artsy, anything like that, and you come up with something,
Send it to us.
Yeah, put it in the Discord. There's a merch
Right.
link right there in the Discord. I've showed the Discord multiple times. It's simple to use. If you
Have you put that Discord over on the Second Amendment Ranch?
I have, but it's been a minute.
Go in that pin post up there at the top, and you can add a link in there to it too. I'm going to take that Teespring pin post down and put that Discord link up there.
Edit shop now. Some more jobs. I'll have to figure it out because I'm not seeing a pin post.
Yeah, it should be a pin post where it says Second Amendment shop now. That's a pin post. You can delete that and put Discord and pin it.
Edit button. Contact us. There we go. There we go. I got it figured out. Let me get.
Did you? Okay,
Yep.
good.
Oop, not creative.
There. See, we work together one way or the other.
Copy.
Oh, did you check your PayPal after I sent that to you from Teespring?
Yes, we did get the money.
Okay.
It was like 28 something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we did.
Yep.
They did actually pay us. So
Yep. They did get you paid. So
yeah, it's going to sit in there until we need it for the range.
hey, that's the beginning of it. We just got to add a few more zeros on the end of it.
Yeah, just a few.
Right.
It's taking a while, but we're going.
It's a buyer's market up here right now too.
Yeah, but we will. So now the Discord is on the Second Amendment Ranch. All you have to do is hit the contact us button. You can go to that Discord link. Crap, I think it changes every week though.
It shouldn't change every week.
No, the Discord invite I think changes every week.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's for security reasons, so that way you can't have random people just jump into your Discord that you don't want. So it prevents a lot of spam, hackers, fake profiles. You want a bigger Discord? Click here. It's like what we have with Twitch. So it's kind of a safety aspect to prevent a lot of random crud coming through and coming into your Discord and having to go and ban everything.
You see this?
To prove it was me buying ammo. Yeah, also his
He's got to go to the bank.
his card was frozen because he went and bought ammo. Level 3 boosted to get a permanent link. I have no idea what that means.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Julie, have a good evening. We'll see you next week.
I'll constantly post the Discord through Facebook and the show and everything like that. So if you need to get a hold of us, you can do that. I highly recommend get into our Discord quick. That way you can interact with people at the beginning and not when it gets hectic later and I have to start limiting channels and numbers and actually playing with it and getting it contained. So the sooner you get in there, the better. But if you do design something, odds are, I promise it will end up on the show. But there's a good possibility it'll end up on our merch.
Right. And Bocephus said it did it to him when he bought ammo online, too.
That's weird. But you will be compensated if it does end up on merch. I promise. I did pay our last guy that designed these guys for us. So
did you see where Minutemen Ordnance got a bunch of ammo in?
Yeah.
And they're in Texas. Yeah. There's
4
your
hours,
place to check out.
4 hours north.
Well, you're going 2.5 northwest.
Actually, since you say that, Dogsy, where are you? Why does it not say your name in here? There's Larson.
We thank everybody for watching tonight and joining. We always appreciate you. Because without you, we don't have a show.
There he is. There he is. All right, you should have permissions there, Luke. Let me know if you actually have access to everything. It's been a minute. You're better at that than I am. I barely use Discord for much, so since you said that, it's probably a good idea. I give you some more authority.
I check it when I'm at home on this computer. I don't have Discord on the other computer. I've got to get it set up.
So let me know. Yeah, now you're in the mainframe. You can do more than I can. I'm tech retarded. I like guns and knives and fishing gear. So I talk about guns and knives and fishing gear.
Right.
Tech guy.
I do computers and stuff like that, and I do graphics. But these two guys right here, the way they were made, I've got to get some better software to enlarge and play with things.
Kind of make the colors more vibrant, make it neater.
Well, where I can enlarge them and they don't distort. That's
too.
The issue.
I would like the colors to be a little, like on your stomach down here, the colors kind of faded a little bit.
Hey, I like my waistline down there. Thank you.
I know. Look, it made me skinny.
Yeah, it made me skinny. What are you talking about?
You're already skinny.
I know.
I mean, my job has got me going on pretty good. I'm starting to get my arms back a little bit.
Have you lost any weight?
No, but I'm getting
in that water all the time and you haven't lost any weight?
Well, you've got to think. My muscles have atrophied over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So I still have the same muscle mass, but the density is less. So I'm not losing the weight because I'm putting all that back into the muscle again. So I'm losing fat, but that muscle is because it hasn't been worked like it's been worked recently. Because even my last job at Daikin, and they've emailed me 5 times to come back already. They're trying to
really?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, $14.50 an hour. No, thank you. That's what I was capped at, and that's what it's still capped at. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
But all I did was sit on my ass
instead of the 1, and you'll think about it.
Yeah. But all I did was sit on my ass all day long for 12 hours. I did very little walking. You know, I tried to organize everything. I did push a lot of stuff around every now and again, which I shouldn't have, but I wasn't nearly as active as I was or as I am now. This job.
How is your back feeling?
It doesn't actually feel that bad. It's not locking up because I'm not sitting upright in a chair locked in place for 12 hours. I get to move. I get to get in the water. I get to walk around. take breaks as necessary, actually get to do what I need to do to keep some of that tension off of it instead of just tension for 12 hours.
Right.
And I finally got one of my prescriptions, thankfully. I still need the other one. Speaking of that, I need to take these. But I think these are the steroids. The steroids work wonders. They're trying to give me a muscle relaxant as well, which here's to hoping. They taste like crap, though. Oh, they taste terrible.
But no, we get down there, see both CFS, and get things going. If we get to go hog hunting, you guys can use your rifles. I want to get one with that crossbow.
I am not. I used to be real good with a bow. I haven't actually got to shoot the bow I have. It was on sale. It's a PSE. I can't remember what. It's not even the bow I really wanted, but it was on sale. It was like $200. So I was like, screw it. I'm getting me a bow today. I went to Academy. I'd like a better quality one with a stronger draw. Most of them don't make anything over 70 pounds at all. I want one that has over 70 pounds because I can pull it more than once.
Right. That's why I like my crossbow. Cock it.
I wouldn't mind getting a crossbow, but the crossbow I want's like $2,000, and so is the Marlin 1895.
I know.
So why would I get that when I get it?
I'll tell you what. A friend of mine's got one of the $2,500 crossbows. I got a less than $300 crossbow that shoots faster than his 2,500, and we both can shoot a target at 100 yards and penetrate it with no problem. So what's the difference? The only difference is his is about this wide.
Yeah.
Mine is about that wide.
That's
what the hell is the difference?
Yeah, the one I want is backwards. So the arms aren't out like this. They're actually into the body.
Right. Yeah, I know which one you're wanting.
I like it a lot, but I'd rather get that Marlin 1895 SBL.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would like
it. They do have a new crossbow out that shoots 500 feet per second, but it's also a $3,500 crossbow.
Jesus.
Yeah. But like I said, I'll stick to my killer instinct. I have no problems with it. At 80, 100 yards, hit bullseyes, no problem. And it's got penetration enough that kinetic energy on it, it'll go through a deer with no problem.
I think when I go visit both CFS, I'm only going to take the 308s and the 6.5 Creedmoor, though, because those are kind of what I've gotten actually, and maybe a 5.56, because those are actually what I've got stocked up on right now. Don't have a lot of 50 Beowulf, and I don't have a lot of 338 Lapua. So.
No, you don't have to get me pretty close. You put me in a stand out there by one of your hog feeders, and I'll be good to go. I'll be good to go.
Yeah, I'll have to take a few shots to really get sighted in, though. So,
yeah, he showed me pictures from either he was up in the camera or there's a camera mounted in the tree by the feeder, and there were 70 hogs.
Yeah, basically point and shoot, and you'll hit something.
Yeah, no lie, that it'll go somewhere there.
Yeah, you ain't got to be very accurate.
Oh yeah, you do to kill hog. Yeah,
well, to kill it, yeah, but you don't. To hit one of them, you don't got to be very accurate.
No, I want to kill it.
Oh yeah,
I want to go. I want it to go right through it.
Because I want to do his Hawaiian roast where they put them under the ground and put the banana leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
I also want to do a spit roast. Get the rod and shove it through that hog.
Do it over an open pit.
And take the spray bottle with the apple cider vinegar and your rubs.
Yep.
And continuously season it for several hours. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Love it.
I don't think Bocephus is going to be ready for a bunch of fat boys coming over. Even though you're not
he's a Louisiana Texan country boy.
He's a big boy, but I don't
wait until he meets this redneck.
I don't think he's ready for how much hog we're going to actually eat.
I can eat a lot of pork.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's bacon.
Yeah.
I can eat. You ask my wife. We cook a pound of bacon. she gets 2 pieces. That's all she eats. 2 pieces. I eat the rest of it on a BLT.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Extra mayonnaise, salt, and pepper.
Yeah, but I had a real good meal tonight. I had a hot tenderloin.
I got a tri-tip steak I need to cook tomorrow.
Yeah, but it didn't cost me nothing. I ordered it from BB's.
Oh,
Hey, that's one of the perks working up there.
Honestly, with Bocephus, I'm somewhat surprised though, because he's got the land over here, but 2,000 acres in Louisiana. I know where I'd rather be for the land size, but I think it depends on the quality of the land.
I know, but you go to Louisiana, there's bigger things over there that can eat you.
Exactly.
That's why I won't go with a crossbow.
Yeah, but they also taste really good.
Oh yeah, I've had alligator tail, alligator sausage, red beans, yeah, buddy, rice.
That's what we ought to do.
Crawdads, crawfish.
The first full get together for everybody with Bourne. Get a couple hogs, go to Louisiana real quick, grab a couple gators, some crawfish, bring it back, and do a big ass barbecue. Gators, crawfish, fish, hogs.
Well, that's where we find a place down there and have a Bourne festival.
Yeah.
Down around that area somewhere.
Although I think Louisiana to get a gator hunting license is actually really hard.
Yeah, you gotta get permits and all that, but I figure his 2,000 acres back in there in the back somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a message that the stream is up with all the links. What the hell?
Few things done to Discord, not done yet, but will be done by tomorrow. Oh, he's doing some of the graphics.
We now have a welcome chat log, not to clog the general with join messages and announcements, where you can make a message that the stream is up with all the links, but don't put the StreamYard link in case of trolls and shit saying the N-word and all that. Okay.
Okay.
You do what you think needs to happen to
That's
make things
right.
run smooth.
We trust you, Luke. So
yeah, you have full permissions to do whatever you need to.
Yeah, if you see trolls, you know what to do.
Yep. So you already hitting it on the head.
We have a family friend that owns her own swamp and raises gators. I wouldn't want to raise gators.
I mean, that would be a way I think we could bypass the laws for permits. We could say, hey, you're raising gators. We need one for a festival. Can
I have running smoother than a Panzer IV.
He loves his tanks, man. He loves his tanks.
Oh, that's going to be something when he does get moved to Texas.
Yeah.
We got to get him and Bocephus to meet up. One's got a cannon. The other one's going to have a tank.
Yeah.
If that ain't Second Amendment, I don't know what is.
But I think the first festival we have, that would be a hell of a way to kick it off. Gators, crawfish, fish, hog, axis, deer, some beef. Kills and sells the meat and skins.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out how the Axis deer tastes. They say it's a sweeter meat.
They farm and raise gators and catfish too. So
we farm, raise gators and
crawfish, not catfish, crawfish.
Crawfish. Pop.
Oh. Yep.
God, I miss truck driving. I used to hit Louisiana all the time.
Crawfish is good. Crawfish is good.
I just could not stand New Orleans and Baton Rouge.
No.
Them two towns stink.
Party cities. What do you expect?
I know. God, they stink. It is sweeter than whitetail, but your whitetail down there tastes different than our whitetail up here.
That's their diets.
Yes. Up here, they eat everything a cow does. Corn, alfalfa, clover. So I know there's a difference in the taste. I was talking to Scott, friend of mine. It's got guns like you guys do.
And Crystal, I want a gator skin. So if you can get a hold of me, make things happen. I don't know why. I just want some gator skin. It feels cool. Yeah, I think the first festival, if we can make some things happen, that would be food wise. That's something I would want to do, is do as much as, because that's going to get a lot of attention itself. The food. What meals are you going to provide? Well, we've got gator, crawfish, catfish, deer, hog. Like, that's America as hell. Like
we said, we find a piece of property down there somewhere where we can hold the festival. We'll get with Simple Man and TDC, get a couple bands lined up, different things up there. Surely we can go out and kill them hogs and roast them and sell them, can't we?
Yeah, I imagine.
I don't know what your laws are down there on that, on wild game. He's going to look it up real quick. But anyway, we could have a Bill of Rights Network festival down there in the Texas area. Okay, Bocephus, you can make crawfish, and I'm not even going to pronounce that last word.
There is no law prohibiting the sale of wild game meat. There are, however, of uninspected wild game meat. So in order to sell it,
in order to cook it and sell it, we'd have to take it to a USDA plant to have it processed.
Game meats that do not have cannot be sold. This is the case for game meat harvested by a recreation meats that cannot be sold. So no, we'd have to get inspected by the USDA in order to sell it.
To barbecue it and sell it.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to find that down there where USDA locker plant's at, and probably have to pay them to butcher it so it'd be USDA approved.
Yeah.
So we'd have to find that out. But
I'm at,
hey,
have them come inspect it real quick and sell it for $10 a plate. If it costs $200 to have them process it.
Okay, we're in business now. He's got a guy that does the USDA. So there we go. Yeah, now we got to find a big property down there and just plan on having a big festival for the Bill of Rights Network. And we'll get all the hosts down there, get a couple bands lined up for a day festival.
We will probably want to do it around November, December, winter time, because a lot of it's going to be outside if we're just on a property.
Yeah.
And we don't want people sweating their asses off.
Right. I know I talked to Scott the other day. Just told him about I was going down there and everything. He said, yeah, he was down there one time in February and it was 82 degrees. They were sweating their ass off hog hunting. He was down in Laredo.
Yeah. Oh, he's further south though.
I said I ain't got to go that far south.
No.
So.
But yeah, we'll the festivals will try and hold more wintertime down here. Summertime up there.
Oh, summertime up here gets hotter than hell.
Springtime up there, then something.
But when we do it up here, because we find out this week, the financing should all be there to get the new restaurant.
Nice.
And the upstairs will seat 500 people.
And the good news is, if we get it USDA inspected, freeze dry it, and seal it, we can send it to BB's.
There's a place in Round Rock I can talk to the people. I take that it's Round Rock, Texas.
Okay. Yeah, Round Rock, Texas.
That'll work.
Yeah. So whenever you come down, any extra meat we have, we can send up to BB's.
Right. And then we do that festival down there. We can get vendors to come into it. And get Minuteman to come down there.
True. We could probably get David to come on over. He can bring some of his merch. He can bring Black Rifle Coffee. Because they are a license sponsored by them. So we could have Black Rifle Coffee Company and Minuteman Ordnance merchandise for sale.
We'll work on that. We'll work on that. But we got to get down and meet Bocephus first.
Yeah.
Get down there.
Are you asking where BB's is, Bocephus? Because that's up in Missouri with that's up with Carl.
I'm the general manager at BB's Down Home Cooking, a veteran-owned restaurant. So, yeah, we're enlarging. We're going from the building we're at. We're getting ready to purchase a building that is about 6 times bigger.
Yeah.
And get our liquor license and everything set up there.
And Crystal says right on the head, our group here knows how to get everything we need or know people who can. And that's
exactly.
That's really what it's about, is we want to have and be sponsored by people that want to help and receive some of this. Bocephus, that's why we send it with dry ice. It should keep it cool enough for the drive. It's 12-hour drive. As long as they get enough dry ice, it'll be fine.
Yeah. We will.
But having, if we can get small companies, vendors, sponsors, veteran companies that want to come out and do what they need to do, that's what we're not wanting the big name jackass like Amazon that's going to tell us you can't talk about this on your show anymore. We want people that have the same ideologies, willing to help. And the best benefit about most of us around here is we'd give you the shirt off our back.
Yeah.
If you're struggling, we do what we need to do. We try and promote this being a family kind of situation as much as possible.
And our network, our hosts help a lot of things out. HTX Renegade Radio stepped up to the plate with some of their merchandise to do the suicide awareness on a very short notice, mind you, and everything. And they didn't get it shipped up here, so we sold on the pictures so the people could give us the sizes. We sent it to them. They're going to be shipping it from their place in Houston to the person who bid on it.
Yeah.
With a nice note.
How far from Katy are you? I'm 20 minutes. Yeah, I'm not far at all. Katie's just down the street. But yeah, we do want, and I'm probably going to have to save some money up because we don't want to think people were just utilizing them and using them. We want you to feel appreciated. So a lot of, especially our first event, we don't make a lot of money. We don't have any sponsors. We don't have any big names helping us out. We don't have David might or might not bring Black Rifle Coffee Company to the first event. They may or may not bring their merch. It is what it is. But we play around with what we can. So
we do a lot to get a lot of like-minded people together. Is basically what we do. And even if you're not like-minded, if you can have a conversation with us, and thank you for enlarging me. I don't know why you did that. But anyway, I guess he didn't want to be on here with me.
One of them is Larson's in the Discord right now, and I accidentally popped into a channel, so he was talking to me.
Oh.
So I see. My mouse button is a back button.
Okay. Talk about me at the beginning of the show. Who hits wrong buttons too?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know what I was.
You should have been what I was doing the other night, Thursday night. I was helping on HTX Renegade's radio show, and I was also producing a live auction for 4.5 hours.
Damn.
And because of what was played on HTX, I was fighting Facebook for about 2 hours.
Again.
Oh, yeah, man, they were sending it left and right. Every time I went on Facebook, I had messages from them. But guess what? We beat every one of them.
Yeah, that's usually what happens here. But...
Yeah, it does. And I love doing that. Every time I can win from Facebook, rock on.
Yeah, but if y'all do know anybody, small business, veteran companies, anybody trying to get their name out there, anybody with their own merch, something like that, if they want some help, if they're like-minded people, we'll give them a hand.
Yeah,
do what
we
we
don't
can.
mind giving shout outs.
I know Head Shave Club is finally back up and running again. Promised I'd start. He was a small business I talked to for a little while. He gave me some suggestions for the Second Amendment Ranch and how to talk to gun activists. So I told him, yeah, I'll give you a shout out every now and again. So if you shave your head, go to headshaveclub.com. Tell them I sent you.
That's right.
That might be as simple as what it is. You know, it depends on how you help us, how we help you. It's give and take. You know, we don't want to use you just as we don't want to be used.
Right. And if you're an advertiser or a sponsor and looking for a place to advertise your sponsor in relation with the Bill of Rights or the Second Amendment, First Amendment, contact us.
I'll put your sticker on my truck.
We can put it at the bottom of the let me get out.
We've got all this open space around us. We can put stuff.
We can put it. Okay, we'll put this one up. We can run your ad clear across the bottom all the way during the show.
We can do that. We can put your photo down in the bottom left corner next to where it says ranch. We can put a banner at the top. We can put whatever you want. We're here to help.
We could put you up there in the corner up there or down in the other corner. Like these two guys, where'd they go?
They're up top between the E and N. They're really tiny.
Oh, are they? Okay. Well, it shows down in the bottom. Okay. I have to work on that, but we can put anything anywhere on here we need. So if you're interested in sponsoring or advertising on here or the Bill of Rights Network, anywhere, but, all the funds go in to help the network and all the funds here go into the Second Amendment Ranch so I can get Cameron moved up here.
And it might be funds for events.
That's
right. You never
right.
know. You know, if we don't get hefty donations, if we can't get moved up there quickly, we might put it into doing 2-3 events a year. The biggest problem I have with some networks is they do very minimal events. And I don't like that because you don't get to interact with your people and your viewers and everybody that really helps. Without the people, you have no show.
Right.
So we want to give back just as much as y'all give. So
other events we've been at, it's about what's been on the stage. You know what I'm saying? That didn't have anything to do with why they were there, really. And us, we could have bands on the stage, but you'll see us sitting at a table or out walking among the crowd talking. That's different.
Yeah, we enjoy interacting with everybody. That's why we tell y'all, ask questions, pose comments, get in the Discord. I'll do whatever. I want y'all to interact. I want you to enjoy being here, not just think, oh, I've got to watch 2 hours of jackasses talk about guns.
Right.
No, that's not a show.
And we stay on as long as we need to, as long as there's listeners out there. And we still have people clinging on to our show, which is great. But I'll be getting it out every month when our town hall meeting will be, and it'll be on a Tuesday night. Now, hey, Cameron, while I got you on here, on those Tuesday nights, will it affect you very much if we go from 6 to 8?
No, but I couldn't
Tuesday nights.
No, it wouldn't be. If we run long, I'd like to keep it 5 to 7. Just that way we could run to 8 and I could still be there. Whereas 6 to 8 o'clock, I'm getting off and going to bed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to work around everybody's schedule because I know Simple Man and TDC, they're just walking in the door 3 minutes before the show goes on.
We could do 5:30 to 7:30.
That'll work.
That way we still have an extra half hour where we roll over. I could stay on.
Right. Or we can start it at 5 and they can pop in when they get there.
Yeah. I mean, the first one was just kind of an introduction for everybody.
It was. And it was fun.
Yeah. Now they can come and go as they want. Everybody's been introduced.
You got to see all the hosts in their natural personality, not their show personality. We were laughing, joking, making fun. We had everything from the Second Amendment all the way down Bill of Rights to the paranormal. That got funny during the paranormal part.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it shocked somebody on there.
What is?
Vincent got a little shocked when he found out he had a ghost in his poopy room.
I wonder if I still got that guy following behind me.
Oh, you probably do. I don't know. I can't see him.
I know. I probably pissed him off. He probably gave me the bird and left. All right.
But you folks, you got to come check it. We'll be doing that once a month. I'll set it up and talk to the guys which week of the month. And we replace the Paranormal Nation Radio, Not So Normal, with that one.
Yeah.
And you check out the Paranormal Nation Radio. We talk a little paranormal on there.
A little bit.
But
I think I'd like to do 4 events a year. 1 a quarter. Basically 1 every 3 months where everybody can get together. Now, some of them aren't going to be as big as others.
Right.
Some could be just a simple get together, get some beers, hey, we're going up here this weekend, or we're going to be down here this weekend.
Right.
But I'd like to have more FaceTime with everybody.
Right.
And that gives more freedom to the viewers, because then they can go, okay, well, I can't make this weekend, but I can make this weekend. Whereas if you only do the 1 event a weekend, they have to plan like, oh man, I got to take the time off. I got to make sure I'm not going to be busy. I got to make sure this and this and this. Whereas there's 4 times a year. Can't get there. Can't get there. Oh, but I can get here and here. Okay.
And then you'll have followers, just like you do in the chat room, that'll show up to each and every one of them.
Exactly. It gives more. Oh, he'll be in my neighborhood tomorrow. Shoot me a message. We'll grab a beer.
Yep.
I get off at 3:00, so I've got about 4 hours to do stuff. So
hopefully everything went fine with you, Bocephus, from that last time I talked to you, because I know you had to go to Katie right after we got off the phone. So hopefully everything went well on that.
Yeah.
But
hope that ironed out well.
Come up in July. Krista wants you up here July 8th, 9th, and 10th. I know what she wants. That's our block party.
Yeah. Well, I don't have time off yet. I can't get time off for 4 more months, which is ridiculous.
And Bocephus says that's work. He'll get a hold of you.
All right. Sounds good.
Good deal.
But I think, what do you think about that, Carl? 4 a year?
Yeah.
I think that's doable.
Right.
But the first one we do is going to be a big bang out one.
Yeah. We'll do a big bang out.
Because,
we just had to schedule. Me and Vincent can come down. We just got to schedule with Dan, because he's clear across on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be there. And
now,
so does Miss Linda.
I know the meat needs to be checked, but beer, if we're on somebody's property, we can still charge and not have to worry about a license. It's private property.
Oh, really?
Private property.
Well, up here you can't do that. What you do is you take donations.
Well, that's what it would be considered.
Yeah, it's like $3 a beer donation. That's how you word it.
Exactly.
We do that, but
there's loopholes.
As soon as we get this other place up there, me and Christine are starting a non-for-profit for veterans dentistry.
Oh.
Right. A whole different thing. Nobody's ever done anything like that.
No. He's got to hook up with Shiner, too. What the hell, Bo?
But we get that. We'll be a non-for-profit. I can go down there. If Texas is like Missouri, you go to the courthouse, I can get a 3-day alcohol permit and sell.
We just put a jar out and say, hey, $3 beer donations.
I got the hookup from Shiner. Cool.
Yeah, if only we could get Minuteman Ordnance, Shiner, and Black Rifle Coffee Company, and what's that veteran shirt company to sponsor us?
Well, if Let's see. How far is Austin from you guys?
About 3 hours.
Okay. Because I'll get TDC and Simple Man to see if they can work in getting Jason Jones up there.
Yeah, grunt style. Thank you.
Grunt style. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see if they could get Jason Jones to come up there and talk.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd draw a lot in.
We ought to see if we can get Roy Anthony to come down and do some comedy as well.
No, because we're planning that here at a certain time. Well, we can get Roy Anthony, but I can also get Rodney Norman and the Dry Bar comedy group that's going to be touring Texas and Kansas and up in Missouri to BB's. Because that's Christine's brother.
Yeah. So we at least have some comedians.
Yeah. All types of them from the Dry Bar.
Who do you know the CEO for? Grunt Style or for Shiner? Now I'm curious.
Bocephus knows a lot of people, I bet
He's
you.
like Dan, man. He just knows everybody.
That's all right. Hey, our network gets connected in different places around the country.
I guess I just attract the people. Like, I
There you
don't
go.
know anybody, but like somehow I managed to bring people in that know people. So
I just fill in the spots.
yeah, that's really what it Grunt Style.
And I made the location where all this could be possible in a short period of time, too, Maynard.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
yeah.
surprised you know the CEO. I've heard he's a decent guy.
I'm not surprised.
I've heard I'd like to meet him. I don't think he'd sponsor us. We're still a small show. I love their shirts though. They fit good. They're long. That's why I can get a 2X and it actually fits how I want it.
Oh, they've got the long T-shirts?
Yeah, they've got the ones.
Oh, I like them a lot better
Yeah,
than I
you
do
get
the short ones.
You get a 2X now and they go wide. I'm like, I don't want wide. I want long.
Oh, he's a family friend. Got friends in the right places.
Apparently.
Hey, we're working on it.
Yeah, I know. I think I reached out to Grunt Style, but I've reached out to Grunt Style, Black Rifle. They responded, told me what to do, but never responded after I put in the application for sponsorship.
Oh, I'm sure they told you what to do.
Yeah, they probably said it behind my bag.
Yeah.
But
tell
Crystal
them to make better
better.
women's shirts.
Yeah, they have shirts I actually enjoy wearing.
I'll have to look them up. But I got to go back and look that other place up and see what to do on T-shirts and hats over in that location.
Yeah, I'd like to find a beard oil veteran company that actually responds, but none of them have responded at all.
I got to get some color. I got to get coloring for my beard.
Nah, I'll let it go.
Oh, hell no. My dark hair will never go gray.
Look at that. Look at your cartoon behind you. He's got the gray side and the gray beard.
Yeah, but I don't have gray.
I mean, you don't have a lot up there in the first place, but
I ain't got crap up there. What are you talking about? But no, if I could get it all gray, that wouldn't. The 3X fits nicely. Okay.
Well, you're also bigger than I am.
Right.
The 3X is a little too big on me, but they're 2X.
Oh, that ain't nothing. Somebody bid on one of the HTX Renegade shirts the other night and wanted to know if it came in a 4X. I was like, damn, are we putting it as a car cover? Hey, it got the price up.
It did.
Yeah, so 3
So
to 4X.
Let's see. I've contacted Grunt Style, Black Rifle. I've contacted 2 beard oil companies. I've contacted. I've contacted probably 10
Discord.
or 12 people.
He has a new edit, but
announcements, general.
But no, when we ever have our
he's talking
big
about the
party up here, I'm gonna get a hold of Levi Garrison, the local brewery here, and have them make up a Bill of Rights Network beer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know him very well.
Oh, how would we do that though? Bill of Rights beer.
Born beer.
No. Flavor wise, I know it'd be Born beer. I think a whiskey would be better because you could get a really smoky, but beer.
That or I can do one of the wine companies around here.
Yeah, something.
Let me get a hold of some people. I got you. Okay.
Hey, it's not just getting us, man. You're getting the whole network.
Yeah, you get the whole network.
No. It's not just the Second Amendment Ranch. It's for everybody. So we do. So one of the problems I've had seen in the past is if you got a sponsor, it was directly for you. I don't like that. I'm not a huge fan of it because we don't have the ranch without the network. And the network's built up of everybody. You, Carl, me, TDC, Simple Man, Dan, Vincent.
Yeah.
Everybody. So
it all goes to everybody.
It goes to everybody. It goes towards events. It's everything.
Yeah, that's one thing, folks. When me and Cameron talked, and Cameron came up with the idea of Second Amendment Ranch, and we went along with that, right? Well, as soon as you did that, we was on another network, and I decided to create the Bill of Rights network to bring it over there. And you see how me and Cameron talked in the last 30 minutes here. We've done this hours upon hours end.
Every single show we do this.
Right. That's your job, is to the network. Exactly. So when I created the Bill of Rights network and brought it over, I told Cameron, I said, well, we'll start looking around for some shows, but we're going to be picky on who we bring.
Very.
And everything clicked at the right time. I was in a chat room with some people, and next thing you know, I got HTX Renegade Radio coming over the Bill of Rights network. Then we had a person in the chat room on our Second Amendment Ranch, had him on the show, talked to him and everything, found out he was having problems over on another network podcasting, and we invited him over here. And it's just grown like that. Everything's fit in perfect, hasn't it?
Oh, very.
I mean, it's amazing. If you got your mindset on something and directing it the right way and keep it in simple terms, what's going on, and keep it as a family.
That's what we did for the network. A lot of people focus on show. They focus on their show, and that's it. It's not how your show. Like look at the Second Amendment Ranch page. We're at like 540 viewers or followers. Not doing too good. Okay, but you look at the Bill of Rights network, and we're already almost at 2,000.
And we're about 1,300,
something like that. So, yeah.
But that's in 6 going on 7 months. That's not bad.
No,
not 6 years for 2,000.
The thing is, if you grow your network, if you grow the whole thing, that's where people want to go and watch you. Because I've explained before, your page for your show is how you want to run it. If you want to post memes, jokes, videos, everything like that, and people can go and check it out at their own leisure. Whereas if they want to watch the show, that's the important side of it, they go to the Bill of Rights network, and that's how you grow as a whole. That's how everything runs smoother. You grow the big picture, and it trickles down to your pages. Exactly. You focus on the large aspect of everything and grow everybody equally versus, well, I want to focus on my show and get it good, be the top show all the time. Why do you want to be the top show? Why don't you want to be equal? Why don't you want everybody having good numbers?
Right. That's why when we created a network and got all these shows on here, I created a show, Wake Up Gallatin with Born TV, that showcases all our shows on the network during the 8-hour period of time. See, I broadcast and help promote all the shows and everything. And I think that's what a founder should do, is promote all the shows in any way you can. Well, the best way I can do it 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, is show the shows. I get people in. The other day, I had a whole group from the Philippines watching the shows. That was different. That was interesting. They were sending messages that they were sharing it out all over their country about the network and the Wake Up Gallatin and everything to get up to 17,000 viewers. So I'm waiting to see if that happens. You know, it's just what you see in the chat room. New people pop in left and right that may not that can't watch it on this normal time.
Yeah. So that's one of the benefits of being with Born TV is we all focused on big picture.
Yep.
We wanted to grow together and not just, well, this guy's taking off and they've only got 2 views a week.
And our show makes sure every show on here, one thing they all do is they mention all the other shows during their broadcast.
Yeah.
And everything. And that's great. I applaud each and every host on this network for doing that, because like I said, if you've seen our town hall meeting that we had, it was a family reunion for the entire network because some of them had never met each other.
And we still joke and coke and
we joked and cracked up and, you know, had questions, and we was wanting more questions out of the chat room. Hopefully that'll get better. That'll get better.
Yeah.
But I'm going to post a week before we do the town hall meeting. I'm going to put a poll up on Bill of Rights Network for asking what they want us to talk about.
Yeah. And I like the fact that we can do goofy shit here too.
Right.
We're still offering, wherever my notepad is, for Luke and Larson to get a haircut and their hair chemically bleached or chemically straightened and dyed. Carl's gonna shave his ponytail.
Not shave it, cut it.
Cut it off. Bocephus is a ballsy bastard, I'll tell you right now. Because if we can get 1,000 new views from when we started this, he's going to get a chest tattoo of our choosing. So I need to do a quick number count real quick. Let's see.
It hasn't went up a whole bunch. They got a lot of work to do because they only have 17 days.
Yeah, they're running out of time to get that one done. I know. So we started at the Second Amendment Ranch with 573 people following. We're at 591. So
right.
20. And the Bill of Rights,
we started it at 1205.
No, 1275.
1275. And I think we're up 1285 or something like
1287.
1287. So you got a long ways to go, folks.
Yeah. If y'all want Bocephus to get a chest tattoo of our choosing, if you want Mary to get a nose piercing, Carl to cut his ponytail, Luke to dye or chemically straighten his hair, and Larson to shave his head, y'all got to get these shares out. And don't forget, Christmas time, when this is back, we'll be doing it again to see how I decorate the beard for the holidays.
Right. And a reminder, next Sunday, Crystal just put it in there, Carl's getting a pie in his face. Next Sunday, live here on the Second Amendment Ranch. So make sure you tune in at the very beginning. I'll try to get Simple Man and TDC because they were part of the fundraiser to be on here, and they can talk to Cameron for a while I get my face cleaned up.
Yeah.
So, but I'm getting a coconut cream with a lot of meringue on it thrown in my face.
That's a good pie to have thrown in your face.
Hey, I told him if he's going to get my face, I want to eat some of it. So I'll be doing a lot of.
Don't just do the whipped cream. Like, give me a real pie.
Right. No, they're going to do it. So anyway, but it's going to be done live at BB's. We're going to put plastic on the floor and everything. So,
but Bocephus, you say you definitely want to make sure we all grow. That's why we're so adamant about giving you your starting episode as big as we want it to.
With a big bang.
Yeah, exactly. We want it to be something almost all of us, how we started is kind of just neither here nor there.
And there's another deal. Bo Cephas was in the chat room. We brought him live on the ranch and talked to him. Found out a lot about him, and he's a perfect fit for the Bill of Rights Network.
I'll tell you what, Bo
Perfect
Cephas, if whatever challenge we do, if your kids can win that challenge, I'll let your kids personally decorate my beard without shaving or permanently dyeing anything. With glitter, glue, ornaments, that's fine, but no like cutting it.
All three of them get you down. They may do what they want. They're as big as you are.
I fight dirty.
I'm sure they do. Look at Daddy.
Yeah, true. But no, especially with how close you are to us. Like HTX Renegade Radio already had a show when they started here on the Bill of Rights Networks. Kind of. They started a newer show. Vincent should have gotten a good start off as well, but he kind of, I don't know why Carl didn't think of nothing. It's on him because he's close.
Mm-hmm.
Dan had already been doing podcasts for several years, but this is your first show, so we really want to make it a big ordeal for letting people see how we appreciate new help, new people coming in, everything like that. We definitely don't want you to feel like you're being used. We're not trying to waste your time, not trying to waste your money, anything like that.
No.
So,
and it'll give a time for all of you guys to get together and talk about what he will be doing on his show, like an interview to his new show.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That will be a big, big hit. But Bo Cephas has got to get busy. Him and his kids got to get busy and come up with a name.
Yeah, that's your thing right now.
Yep.
You've got to find a name.
I kind of like his name he's using on YouTube right now myself.
Captain Jackass. I mean, if we're trying to get on Roku and have an educational show.
Well, we just take the two S's and put dollar signs.
It's still known, so.
I know.
I like DI.
Oh, he just went and got a new mic and camera.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Bo Cephas is stepping up to the plate.
If y'all
We're going to have fun with this.
If y'all have recommendations for his show name, put them in our Discord.
Yeah, go to Discord. He may pick one of them.
Yeah.
That could be a fun event when he picks your name.
Luke, when they put recommendations in there, can you set a poll up for them to vote what ones they like the most? That would be interesting.
That way, Bo Cephas can see them all. Him and his kids can decide and come up from there.
Exactly. Y'all can put your recommendations. We can put them up to be voted on. You know, our Discord's not that big right now either. We have
what, 8 in there?
16.
Oh, okay.
We got 16 people in the Discord.
That's all right.
It's better than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
There you go. There's his name. There's his title.
That would be his nickname. Like, I'm Broken Viking. You're the Wizard of Odd.
Yeah, we're going to call him the Samoan Viking.
Exactly. So that would be his handle. So that's your nickname for your show, not your name for your show, if that makes sense.
Viking Extreme.
Surviving like a Viking.
There you go.
That's not a bad one.
Vikings Return.
But yeah.
Here we are trying to give you a name.
I know. Put it in the Discord. Go over there, and then I'm sure.
But now you see how we're thinking about it. So everybody jump over to Discord. Come up with some good ideas.
Yeah.
And all the names that we come up with, we will show on this show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We showed 2 of them last week. We had
Demolition Man.
We had, that's close to Demolition Ranch. We had DI or Die, and we had, what was yours, Carl?
I don't remember.
I know.
That was a week ago. That was over a week ago.
I don't know where I
Short-term memory.
Bo Cephas Gone Wild was yours.
I know. I thought of that one, but then you said that was a little kinky, so.
Yeah, that was a little weird. But yeah, post your ideas in the Discord, and I'm sure Luke can get a poll going for everybody.
But I am going to have to go look up his YouTube channel.
Shake and bake. That sounds like a stoner's show.
Shake and bake. Hey. That's shake and bake Viking style.
I like the bake one because he is going to be doing hog roasts on this show.
Uh-huh. But he's also going to be doing training and showing guns and
exactly. If we can get something that rhymes with bake, not wake and bake, not shake and bake. No, I was going to say tank and bake, but tank shells are going to be Luke and Larson.
Right.
And I get on going on something, and I'm like, all right, what are we going to do? So, but yeah, if to recap before we close out, because it is past bedtime.
Yep.
Sponsorships, anybody you want help, anything like that, if you know anybody, reach out to them, let them know that we're actively looking all the time. Rattle and Bake's not bad. Amendment Ranch for the Europeans out there. That you could.
Yeah, you could.
Y'all could do a tank and a Second Amendment show for your UK friends. We're going to do some wordplay on your name. I can promise that one.
The Second Amendment Ranch, European style. That could be a show.
1776 version 2. That's not a bad. I like that one. But yeah, we get 9 inches of penetration.
Heck yeah.
Jesus.
9 inches of penetration.
See the people we have here. But let me recap so we can close out. Jesus. Oh my word. Sponsorship. If you know anybody, if you could talk to anybody, if they want help, need help. It's as simple as if you do a shout out for us, we'll do a shout out for you kind of thing.
Yeah.
If they want to help out more, we'll help out as much as we can. You can send decals. I'll cover my truck. I don't care. And I got a nice big ass red truck too. It stands out. So events, we do want to have more events regularly throughout the year for people to come and meet, hang out, and everything like that. Look forward to Bo Cephas's show starting soon, probably after 4th of July. Now we may do a special interview like this weekend or next weekend, whenever he's free, where I can go out, interview him, see what he's kind of planning and everything like that. Be sure to check out HAX Renegade Radio.
Chase the Wolf.
Chase the Wolf. What's Vincent's?
A People's Voice.
What was the V version? Vicariously Vincent with his
a people's voice. What ye said, what saith ye?
Yeah. Chasing the Wolf with Dan. Paranormal Nation Radio, Nation Radio, Not So Normal with me and Carl again. And
Denise.
Who am I missing? Us on the Second Amendment
Open
Range.
Bible Church with Pastor Gary.
And Open Bible Church with Gary.
Yeah.
Thank you. So be sure to check out all of them. They're all like-minded people just like us. So they're going to make you laugh. They're going to make you cry. And they're probably going to piss you off at one point in time. That's my disclaimer right there. I just need to get that going across here or something. I will piss you off.
Well, we can do that.
Covered sponsors, covered the people, covered the
Discord.
See the show. We've covered Discord plenty.
We got it all.
I think that's everything. Oh, no. Let me recap. Don't forget to get your shares out there because y'all are lacking 40. We've only got about 40 new people in 13 days. So,
yep.
If y'all want to see some people in pain, y'all need to up the ante.
Yeah, if you want to see what's taken me years to grow.
Because I want to put a tattoo on Bo Cephas. And I'm trying to play fair. I haven't promoted the network yet. I was going to pay to promote the network and everything and try and get it raised up again, but I figured that'd be cheating. Like, yeah, they put this out there. You know, I put my beard out there, and people played by the rules, and it was fair. They got the shares and everything. So they did it the right way. If they're going to sacrifice something of theirs, I have to kind of make it even. So now that's not to say y'all can't go and promote the page. I can't, but y'all can.
It's not a business page. It's a public page. It's a podcast page. But they're limiting invites and shares. Wow. Oh, to your business page. Oh, well, you can invite them to ours.
Yeah, we're a friendly page. We're not a business.
Yeah.
So, I think that's everything.
That's it.
I know it's another 7 days till next episode, and we can't wait to see you again next week. Hopefully, we're trying to grow. We're hopefully going to be finding some ways to make this happen more actively. I know I kind of go off on my tangents, but we do try and make it funny every now and again. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Be sure to check out all the shows. And rules say 1,000 a day. They're only letting me do 20 a day. Weird. But if y'all want to see some people lose some things like I had to, be sure you get your shares out there and invites. As always, I'm Cameron.
And I'm Carl.
And this is the Second Amendment Ranch.